This ain't so bad. Heavy little guy. I think they're all the same model too. Oh, that one's missing a piece. Lovely. I think it's missing the temperature control knob. Oh shit. Wait, were you recording?
No.
Okay. Can you open that? Hey, open. Thank you. Can you open that and close that? Thank you. Doesn't quite fit. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It doesn't sit right. Well, it's not too bad.
Let's try it out.
The Frau? That's not a regular outlet.
What is that?
It's a trick. Sounds good. Oh gosh, why is this so bad down there? I need tape. I need so much tape. Like this entire thing is getting taped up. I need to tug this. That's good.
Happy late Mother's Day to your mom. She loves me. And she also loves John Rambo Presents the show. My name is John, and I'm joined by, if he ejaculates on you, that means that he likes you. Ladies and gentlemen, OJ is here.
Hello, friends! I forgot what the intro was until about 10 seconds ago.
Johnny boy, how are you, sir?
I'm doing alright on this fine Wednesday evening.
Looking good. Sexy. Can I say that? Is it okay? Sexy look? A sexy look you have. Whoa. Now you're crossing the line. First it was playful and fun. Now it's something different. You doing well today?
I'm doing alright.
Good. Right before the show started, I'm a little out of it. The Girl Scouts came.
Oh,
Delivered the cookies. Right?
Oh, the best part of buying them is when they arrive.
Well, yeah, it's anything, right? But the whole thing is kind of strange, you know? I mean, I like them. The Thin Mints, you like those? You have those?
Oh, yeah, they make really good straws.
What are the other ones? The Samoans?
Samoas. There's a difference.
I thought it was some kind of racist cookie.
Samoas?
When I order them, I love the Samoans. And they go, okay, they know what I'm talking about.
No. Samoas are the oatmeal and chocolate drizzle cookies with coconut.
I like those. You like those?
I didn't like them until recently. They're okay. Yeah.
They're growing on you as you become older.
Yeah.
I see. But the whole thing's kind of weird. Like, you can't buy those anywhere else, right?
No.
So they make them somewhere. We don't know where this is. They send these little girls out to sell them. Where does the money go? Who does it? It's mysterious, is what I'm saying. I like the cookies.
I mean,
it's a mysterious cookie. Yeah.
These are the only cookies I can think of where you don't have to go on the internet and they'll be delivered to your door.
They come. Who else comes to your door anymore, too?
Yeah, like what would happen if I went to
that?
someone's house? I go to some dude's house and they're like, "Hey man, you wanna buy some cookies?"
Yeah, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna start OJ's Cookies.
They're all natural.
We'll give you a uniform and you go around and you try to sell them, and then if they freak out, we're like, well, these little girls do it. Why can't I do this? Right?
Yeah, I mean, look,
that's what we're gonna do business.
I'm old enough that I can operate the machinery properly. You're not gonna find.
You're not gonna lose the order. You're gonna, right?
You're not gonna get any bits of teeth in your cookies because I'm old enough that I'm not losing my baby teeth right now.
They can trust you with their credit card for several weeks.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely don't know how to use a stolen credit card on Amazon.
I think this is a great idea. Okay, so you brought it up already a little bit. The intro today, you know, it's fun stuff. Been spending a lot of time together with OJ and helped him install some machinery in his home. We had a long day of filming, And he's like, can you help me with these air conditioners? So I was like, okay, fine. I didn't really help at all, but
Yeah.
But
You helped out though. You did help.
it's funny though because I make these intros, and I'm like telling him what I'm going to do, and there's like lightning coming from his anus and things like that. But he's fine with that.
I don't think that was necessary, by the way.
He's fine with all that, but he's like, please don't show the mess of my home. His home is a little bit of a disaster. He's very afraid. Don't show the mess, but the anus fireworks and everything. That's
I said nothing
okay.
about butt. I think I specifically told you not to film my butt so much.
That was too much butt. Okay, so I'm across
I have
the line.
a fat butt with an F, as in fat.
So it was a lot of fun. We're spreading the disease via chemical warfare now, I guess, right? Is that what's happening? Is that what's going on?
Little bit by little bit, the disease.
You know what's kind of scary to me, man? The last intro we got from Kyle, which was 2 weeks ago, he basically took himself out, and he's like, the intro guy's dead, and he was sick and tired of working with me. I haven't heard from him since then. I've tried to contact him several times. So I think
okay.
I think he's actually gone. There's a picture of him right there on the screen because it's kind of like a milk carton. If anyone's seen Kyle, please let me know. I think he actually got sick and tired of doing. I think it was like a real poetic thing that he did.
No,
it was a shoot.
He's
it was a
nice
shoot.
guy, though. He did good work.
He's done.
I mean, if he does stuff for himself instead of us, I mean, more power to him because you got to support yourself. But
so now you're stuck with more anal lightning. If I'm going to do them all, that's what's going to be, guys. Sorry.
What? Lightning?
Kyle's gone. So here's something I want to do, ladies and gentlemen. It's a new segment. Here we go. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Breaking news. OJ, this is going to be the weekend news. The new news segment is what it's called. The new news segment. So people get kind of caught up with what's going on out there. People got busy lives.
Okay.
I know you do. You don't always have time to read up what's happening. And it gives everyone in the chat to discuss something to talk about in the comments, in the chat, and things like that.
Sure.
Just something to get people's engines going, their minds cranking and working. I did a lot of research into this. This is the news of the week, John. Here we go. This week, Donald Sterling, who owns a sports team, no one actually knows which team he owns or what sport it is, but he does own a team, okay? I tried to find out, but I couldn't. No one knows. He made some racist comments about Ben Affleck, right? You still with me here? So Ben Affleck, he gets all upset about this, and he's so mad he goes into an elevator, but he's got this new Batman suit because he's filming this new movie. So it was the first time the suit was shown in this elevator footage obtained from TMZ. But inside this elevator is Beyonce's sister. Beyonce is a Korean pop star, right? And her sister attacks him. And we don't know why this happened.
Oh my gosh.
That has been the new news segment, ladies and gentlemen. The new news segment.
That is some messed up stuff, dude.
A lot of things happening in the news.
I know.
Oh, I'm sorry. There's also, they opened a 9/11 Memorial Museum as well. That's it. That's the news. Okay, so we're all caught up. So John, as I mentioned, we've been spending a lot of time together, working on a lot of things. Mm-hmm. Schnozman and Hole Punch. A little update on what's going on with that. We're getting very close. Mm-hmm. I want to thank everyone for their patience. I usually get like a message or two every week from people saying they're looking forward to it. Mm-hmm. You know, or they want it now. Or some people saying, do what you got to do, and we're ready for it when you're ready. Mm-hmm. It's nice. Much appreciated. So it's taking a long time because it's basically going to be like a full movie made by very few people, which isn't really done,
How many people? How long do you think it is so far?
How long is it? I don't really know. We're over an hour, I'm sure.
It's probably about 3 days, give or take. We're talking Lawrence of Arabia here. People.
Oh, it's like yeah, exactly. It's gonna be. We're gonna just duplicate it like 5 times, but putting a lot into it, man. We're not only like filming this thing, but taking the time to basically go back and refilm things,
which is
like
crazy,
entire days. Yeah, which is insane. Entire days of stuff, just being like, no, none of it's good.
This can be better.
Which includes a scene that we did at the mall. at the Level 1 game store. You may have seen on Twitter, I put a picture up of,
At the Danbury Fair Mall. Go shopping there today.
of Jeff Reagan, of Carl and his Jeff Reagan stuff at the store. But we did this whole thing, then we're like, no. Well, I said it wasn't good. We all have to go back, so everyone has to come all the way back and do it all again, So it's just, just doing a lot of work and trying to make it as good as possibly can. Because like I said, it's the last one, so that's it, man, right? That's it.
Yeah, I mean...
And there's like other stuff going on, like having had some computer problems. He was able to resolve that with young OJ's help here. A lot of people, I posted on Twitter about it, and a lot of people says because of the strange videos that I watch. I don't think that's possible.
Well, John, putting my face on a computer for that much time would probably make anything go bad.
Like just filming things and changing things like a lot. And something that I'm trying to fix right now is there's one scene that we filmed. It's outdoors, okay, so you can't really hide this. It was filmed in December, March, and last week in May. So in this part of the country, it's completely different seasons each of those times. And so it looks completely different when you try to match all the footage up. So you got like bright grass, you got yellow grass. And if no one knows, I think people will notice. I don't think it's going to be that. I think it's going to be pretty impossible to completely hide. But if you don't notice it, that means I did a good job on it. And if you do notice it...
Then it was totally on purpose and reflects a deeper symbolism.
Exactly, yeah. It's about time and depth of the human soul, right?
Yes. Now, I have to point out that it's funny. John's like, yes, I fixed my computer with the help of OJ, but I still haven't even fixed my own dang computer. And I didn't really squat for yours, man.
We might talk about later of a little bit about that. I have some philosophy and some things to say about that.
Uh-oh.
Well, if we have time, we'll talk about it.
Okay. Must stall.
But we're very, very close, man. We're very, very close. We still have a filming day on Sunday, and then a week from then, and then we should be done with the film side. And I've been editing since October on this thing. We started
going
in
nuts,
October.
Man. It is, wow.
So we're getting there. I think how soon it comes out depends on how crazy things get, like with the music. If I want to add a lot of music to a lot of the scenes, because then it has to be created, from scratch, either by myself or Mr. Museus, or I have to tell him or ask him kindly to do it and please make some awesome music for us.
Well, guys, just if you start getting impatient, remember that the alternative sounds something like this.
Or there just won't be anything at all.
What?
Or there'll just be silence and just dialogue, But if you like Uncle Yo, if you like Carl, there's a lot of Uncle Yo, a lot of Jeff Reagan in this thing. A lot.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, a lot. So if you're enjoying seeing him be crazy, you're going to have a good time.
So here's something fun for everybody. Well, maybe. OJ and I, we film all day, and we always go to the same place to eat after we're done. It's called Lucky's. It's a burger place in Stamford, Connecticut. And we've gone there like so many times. Sometimes 2 days in a row.
Oh, yeah, it's so great.
All kinds of different burgers and stuff. It's great. Great staff. I recommend anyone going if you're in the area. So we're down there, and we have our meal. What'd you get?
I got it was a barbecue bacon. I forgot what the name of it is, but it's a barbecue sauce, bacon, barbecue ranch, even though I prefer just regular barbecue sauce. I think frizzled onions and bacon and cheese, regular bun, done medium, and we got French fries and onion rings, and you got...
I don't remember. Was that off the secret menu or the regular burger? Was that from the secret menu?
No, the regular menu. You got the California burger, the one with
California burger. That's what I always get. We're going to talk about secret menus in a bit. Don't worry about that. But anyway, we have our meal and we're sitting there, and suddenly we're approached by two gentlemen. And I said, "This is the end. They're going to kill us, John. They finally found us." It's not what happened, though. It was a Ramborgian gentleman. It was at our favorite place. Mm-hmm. And he says, "I saw OJ walking first." And I thought it was him. And then he goes, "Then I saw the hat." Then I saw the hat. So it was just kind of crazy. Like, we're just, having our food from the place we always go to. And the dude watches the show. and we told him we were filming. He's like, "Oh, I can't wait for the episode and everything." It was just a great way to kind of end the day, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It made us feel all good, right?
It's really nice.
Like,
And
oh,
he
shit,
was there.
somebody watches this, you know.
We shook his hand. It was funny. He was so polite. He's like, "Well, I didn't want to interrupt you guys, so we waited until we were done eating, or almost done eating.
If he came over early, he could have sat with us the whole time. It's perfectly cool.
We would have just chatted with him. Yeah, and his brother too. We would let his brother sit with us. No problem."
Right, so that was a lot of fun. You can find this dude on Twitter at Hunter EHM Brown. I want to put him over because as soon as he's gone, like everything's so nothing's moved today. He's like he sent a tweet. Just met John Rambo and OJ. So that was cool. That was a cool moment, right?
He is a cool guy.
You were happy about that.
We didn't speak with him long, but I got the feeling he was nice. I mean, come on, just the fact that he was polite and waited for us. I mean, he was nicer to us than we were to Conan O'Brien. Think about that.
Yeah.
Wow.
But Conan was nicer to us than we were to them.
I don't know. He made fun of me. Jokingly.
Conan made fun of you, yeah.
Briefly.
Don't compare yourself to Conan, John.
I'm not... Oh dear.
No, you didn't. I'm just joking. So you spoke about it. We spoke about it a little bit. Secret menus, right?
Yes, sir.
Right? Fast food, very popular fast food. You see all these commercials for it. A lot of advertisement goes out there, and they always want you to know what they have.
Yeah.
This is the new thing. Go get it now. Millions of dollars invested into advertising.
Yep.
But
they want you to know what they have, and they want you to order it fast and often.
Right. But there's these rumors out there, and people will tell you from time to time that all these places have a secret menu. And you're like, what are you talking about, a secret menu? Yeah, I got this. This is from the secret menu. Look. Why does this exist? Does it exist? You know? Why won't they just tell you this is what we have?
I mean, if they're willing to cook it for you, they could at least stand to advertise it.
Put it on the menu. Maybe someone will get it. It's a secret. It's very much a secret thing.
It's a secret.
Does any other business do that?
It's weird. It would be like going into Kinko's and there's no prices on the board. You're like, I'd like some copies. Oh, we can do you some copies, sir. In black and white. I'd like them in color. Oh, we can get you color copies, sir.
We know the secret.
Yup.
I know the secret. Yeah, it's like you go to like the airport and like there's like a secret. I'll take the secret plane. Okay.
Oh gosh, yeah.
You found out. Okay, you know about that? Sure. Come here.
Like you get to the bus station.
Yeah.
And you're like, and you see the schedule. It's like there's a 3:30 to New York City. I want to take the 227.
Oh, this guy knows.
You know about the 227. We got a guy over here. It's a guy.
He knows the secret. He's got in it.
Yeah,
you go to Toys R Us. They got like the secret toy aisle. I don't know. We go on and on about this. But anyway, I did some investigation, as I always do.
Uh-huh.
I don't just look at elephant pornography. I do other things as well, like look up secret menus of restaurants. I've discovered many of the items. I'm going to reveal the secrets. Reveal the secrets to you all today, because I feel like the public deserves to know. I will be the bastion of hope, the ambassador of the truth, if you will.
All right.
And we're going to go through many secret menu items and kind of explain what they are and how you could get them, maybe. Okay?
Okay.
Let's see what we got here.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Our first item.
Hold on. Having a problem. Okay.
Oh, no. Are your computer acting like my computer?
No, not at all. We're fine.
I'm sorry, computer. I didn't mean to make fun of you. I'll kiss you later.
Okay, so the first item is from Burger King, and here's actually a photo. I'm going to show photos to you guys watching the video version of this thing. This is something you could actually get at Burger King, but they don't want you to know. It's a secret. The BK ham and cheese, which consists...
Now, this is a very complicated sandwich.
It consists of ham and cheese on a sesame seed bun.
You've had a ham and cheese sandwich before, but have you had a ham and cheese sandwich on a sesame seed bun?
So if you go to Burger King, you just be like, hey, I want the ham and cheese. And they have to give it to you. It's a secret.
Is it the King ham and cheese or just the ham and cheese?
The BK ham and cheese.
That's what
it's actually called, yes. That's what you're supposed to say.
Okay. Now, do all of them come with that hole inside where it looks like they inserted a straw of mustard?
The bun condition may vary depending on location. A ham and cheese, would you ever get that from Burger King? I don't know if I would.
I mean, it looks like ham and it looks like cheese, but the cheese looks awfully melty for the ham. Do they grill that for you? I mean, they've got the grill.
I don't know. It's a secret. It's all secret.
And that's the problem with ham, man. You know what happens if you put ham on a grill like that? It could fall through the cracks, man.
You won't trust the process of creation.
Dude, you could drop your ham in the fire.
You don't trust the creation of this.
You need to put that on top of some tin foil, bro.
Yeah. Here's the next one, ladies and gentlemen. They actually have this. We're not making this up. This is from Burger King. The Veggie Whopper, which is a veggie patty instead of beef. Why would they even have this? They have that there?
Yo, dog, I heard you like vegetables with your vegetables, so I put vegetables on your vegetables. You can have vegetables with your vegetables.
Do you like the veggie burgers? Do you like that? See, I don't really understand that, because I know people that will eat that kind of thing. They're like vegan or whatever the heck they are. And they'll eat like hot dogs that are made of something different. But I tried, and it doesn't taste anything like how it should taste. So like, why do you even bother? Like, do you just like the shape?
Cool.
Like, I like the visual of the hot dog, so I'm gonna eat something that looks like it, but tastes nothing of it.
That's something else entirely.
Okay.
But I mean, there's some people like veggie burgers taste like veggie burgers. It's entirely possible that there are people out there who like a veggie burger for what it tastes like and not what it is supposed to be.
Okay, I see.
But I don't know how many of them there are.
But I understand the healthy thing. It's great. Go for it. I'm just saying, don't act like it's a burger.
I mean, it's what it is. I mean, it's like
it is what it is.
Like some people like having a tomato sandwich. It's a tomato sandwich.
Is that a secret menu item? Who's got that?
Actually, they probably have that everywhere. You can just say, "I'd like a piece of tomato on 2 pieces of bread, please." Bam.
Okay.
We're done.
Here's the next one from KFC. This is like pertinent to what's going on. There's a lot of advertisements about this right now, but this is a different version of it.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, the KFC Triple Down.
Now,
this is true.
Okay. Is this 2 pieces of chicken as bread surrounding 2 eggs and bacon?
It's described as a double down with an extra layer of chicken, bacon, and cheese.
Why is the cheese both white and yellow?
I don't know. That might be the chicken. I don't know what that is.
Yeah,
and I do want the chicken leaking something. Yes.
Yeah, I do want to point out for briefly that prior conversation, like my girlfriend's made like tofu tacos.
Yeah.
And it doesn't taste like beef, but it still tastes good.
Okay. So. You showed me.
But no, I'm just saying. But my gosh, now back to things that will kill you super quickly. I mean, at what point do you go? Like, I'm just picturing a board meeting at KFC. Gentlemen, the double down is insufficient for our caloric needs. We need to be able to input 3 days worth of calories in 5 minutes to continue the war effort.
They're like, no, we'll never get away with it. We can't do this. Make it a secret menu item. Yes.
Then our boys can have it when they want it, and no one else will be any wiser.
Only the enlightened will know.
So, what do they call, so how much does this cost?
Yeah, I was going to ask you that. I don't know. You can find this information out. It's out there. I don't know. It's probably like $6 or something. I have no idea.
So, is that basically chicken, cheese, chicken, bacon, cheese, chicken?
Yeah, there's a chicken in the middle, I think. In the middle of the sandwich is chicken.
Yeah. Now, I must admit, at first I thought that this was like an egg sandwich double down, and I'm kind of ashamed to admit I want to try that now.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know about that.
No, seriously.
All right.
Like, well,
we gotta move on.
Okay.
This was from McDonald's. We're moving to McDonald's now. Here's something interesting, okay? I'm going to show you the photo. This is called the Mick 1035, and this is a true thing, okay? It's only available between 10:30 and 11 a.m. So not only is it a secret, there's a time limit on when you could get this. Because that's the time. Rare. That's the time of day when they convert from the breakfast to the lunch.
Dude.
So they have all the ingredients to do this at this time. And it's an Egg McMuffin with an extra McDouble, which is, I guess, is like a burger or something. I don't know. Yeah, it's a burger.
Yeah,
it's like
a burger patty.
Japan will sell stuff like that.
Well,
all day.
So what this is basically like, you know how in some MMOs there's quests you have to do at a particular time of day or whatever?
Yeah.
Or certain games?
Yeah.
This is the food equivalent of that.
Yeah, I have to go to this time.
Like, you're at your house and your roommate goes, I have a quest for you. Go, hie thee to the McDonald's and acquire for me the Mick 1035. You have but 15 minutes. Go, my child.
It's a quest. It's definitely a quest.
The kingdom depends upon it.
Yeah. Or I guess you could buy the breakfast early in the morning and then go back at night and buy the rest of it and just make it yourself. Heat that
Honestly, yeah. You know what this is?
Yeah.
This looks like basically eggs Benedict with a burger, and instead of poaching the egg, they just fried it.
Do you ever like get McDonald's or something and try to save it and heat it up? That's how you know something's not food, because if it doesn't like the next day, if you try to heat it up and it just doesn't, falls apart, or it just like becomes a gelatinous mess.
Yeah.
That's how you pretty much know like this isn't even food to begin with. Because food doesn't really do that. Food you could store for like a day.
A little while. But food you can store for like 6 months in the fridge is also not food.
Yeah, that's a whole other story. That's the other extreme.
But I must confess, I spent some time today, honest to goodness, trying to figure out what sort of mechanism you could use, or what sort of container you could create such that you could transport French fries without them going soggy or losing heat.
Are you going to go on Shark Tank with this idea?
I couldn't come up with anything.
This is a Shark Tank idea?
The best I could come up with.
You're giving someone just steal your idea now.
Yeah, it wasn't even a good idea.
It could be.
Well, too late now.
All right, here's the next one. This is called the McLand Sea and Air Burger, also known as the McGangbang. It is a Big Mac, a filet of fish, and a McChicken stacked on top of each other in a gangbanging fashion. There you go. Lovely.
That's, first of all, I don't note how there's two beef patties still. That is 4 patties right there.
It doesn't seem stable. Like it's just going to go down. Can you bite into that?
I think
they'll actually make this for you. Do you think they would actually do this if you asked?
I think so.
You think so? You believe so? They're
it's
supposed
called
to?
The McLand Sea and Air, so you don't get offensive. I don't know.
You got those McGangbangs?
I would like
Please
to report though, that
me.
we do have someone in the chat who works at a McDonald's.
I want you and all of your staff to McGangbang me 4 times right now. What's he saying in the chat?
They won't make this for you.
They won't make it? All right. Well,
wait, there's bacon on this too?
Apparently,
Dude. Yeah. Now, the problem with a sandwich like this is it is too big to eat.
Too much for you.
You're right.
Too much.
Like, unless you can unhinge your jaw,
you
can't do it. Oh, he's willing to tell us the real secret menu, actually.
All right, well, we'll get to that in a second.
Okay.
We'll talk to him about it in a minute.
This is the one I like. Okay.
Okay, so here's the thing. That was the secret menu. I showed you a good example of what they are from several different places, how you can order them. But the secrets get darker and they get deeper.
Yeah, so this guy's right. There is a deeper secret menu here.
I already have it. We don't need him to tell us. We're getting deeper into the secret menu. The world of fast food. It can be seedy at times.
Sesame seedy.
Underhanded as well. Is there a pun with that? I don't know about that one. It doesn't work. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll be the first to blow the roof off on this issue. There was a secret menu.
I'm helping.
A secret menu. OJ discovered it. He brought it to my attention. I'm going to go through many of these items right now and let you see them, and we'll talk about them as well. The first one here, John, do you want to say the name first, or how do you want to do this?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this comes in 2 varieties.
Yep.
We're going to start with the first one, which is known as the McSprinkle.
McSprinkle, here we go. Whoa, what is this?
The McSprinkle is chicken nuggets topping ice cream.
Chicken nuggets stuck inside of delicious ice cream.
Yup, you're going for sweet and savory at the same time with that unbeatable crunch of a chicken McNugget.
I like it.
I mean, this is basically a result of a failed advertising pitch that McDonald's was going to do.
Yeah.
They wanted to market this more. I mean, like back when they were in Have You Had Your Break today? This is what they were talking about, because you get 1 break in the day. You get 1. You don't have time for lunch, and you don't have time for dessert. You got to put them together.
Lunch and dessert combined. This is great, genius marketing. Why is this a secret menu, not a regular menu item?
How
do you eat it? Do you use the nugget as kind of like a scoop? Like, do you pull it out and you scoop the ice cream into your face with it?
There's 3 camps.
Yeah.
There's the camp that uses the chicken nugget as a spoon.
Right.
Which, honestly, I think is the most sensible one.
You could use it as a handle, too.
Mm-hmm.
Was that you going to
Then
say
there's-
that?
Yeah.
Use his
Well, then
handle,
there's-
pick up the whole piece.
The whole scoop right
The
there.
whole scoop is beautiful.
Then there's the folks who like to take the nugget and just kind of put two nuggets together with ice cream in the middle.
Uh-huh.
And then there's the ones who go the Cold Stone route, who chop the nugget up into little pieces and then just go piece by piece by piece, eating it that way.
And as you see here, there's 3 different flavors you can get. Black or white or whatever that one is.
Pink.
Oh, okay.
But then there's also the secret variety
Uh-huh.
known as the McChunky.
Okay, what is this? We don't have a picture of that.
Yeah, no.
We weren't able to find it. It's so secret, there's no picture that exists.
It would burn out your eyeballs.
Okay.
That's why that's why it's served in a cup.
Right.
The McChunky is basically a McFlurry or a milkshake, but instead of actual food like M&Ms or whatever, they put in chopped up nuggets.
Okay, very nice. Let's move on to the next one. Delicious. Delicious. All right, tell us a little bit about this one. I'll put the picture up as you describe it.
All right. So this one is from, you can only get it at a Pizza Hut / Wing Street combination restaurant.
Oh, wow, okay. Okay, yeah, like one of those combo restaurants they have sometimes.
So what basically this is it's called the toothpick pizza.
Yes.
It's unboned chicken wings
Yeah.
put under the cheese and sometimes above
That's what we're
the
showing here,
pizza.
yes.
buffalo chicken. There's buffalo chicken in there with the bones.
Why
and
the
then
bones?
on top.
Why did they put the bones in?
Toothpicks, I guess, if you get it stuck in there,
Oh, the
and because they
cheese.
don't want to bother deboning the chicken underneath.
The mozzarella. You get the mozzarella in your teeth, and then you can't get it out. You have the bone.
Yeah. I mean, have you ever had pizza where the mozzarella won't snap?
Have you
Won't
ever
snap,
been
it
at a
just-
restaurant and you're eating your food and you're with your family and everything's calm, and all of a sudden someone starts yelling from the other side of the restaurant, "The mozzarella! The mozzarella!" Because they have it stuck in their mouth and their teeth.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the new thing for Pizza Hut. It's a secret menu. Maybe it'll be a real menu item. The bones are right there. You can take the bone off, sir, and you can use it. They have the
Or-
bones anyway. Why throw them out?
I mean, you've eaten pizza where the cheese is so stretchy that you can't pull the pizza away. It'll just snap.
Exactly.
Yeah, there you go.
It's an improved pizza. All right, what's the next one?
Okay, so then, oh gosh, computer unfreeze. Oh, damn it. All right, there we go. So our next amazing food item is called the Uber drink.
Whoa, what is this?
So this is actually a dual purpose item. Basically, you go into the restaurant and ask for the Uber drink, and they will mix at least one packet of every type of sauce they have for you into a cup.
Yeah.
So we're talking honey mustard, teriyaki, sweet chili, honey, barbecue, ketchup, ranch, all of this put into one cup. And then to give it that lovely texture and color, they ground up some beef for you.
It's blended.
Blend it all in
They
there.
blend the burger patty in there.
Mm-hmm.
This is McDonald's that does this?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So you can basically take this and either use it as a sauce for your nuggets
Yeah.
or your burger, or just put in or if you're on the go, you're in a rush or you just finished working out, and you got to get your protein
These
on.
shakes are very popular now.
Uh-huh.
So they've
The
done
smoothies are super popular.
secret. All right, and the next one here, we'll put the picture up first, and then you can describe what it is. Here you go.
All right. You good?
Yep.
So this was inspired by Tony Danza's audition to be Doc Manhattan in The Watchmen.
Oh, is that what it is?
This is the gummy Tony Danza.
Gummy Tony Danza. Who has this one?
So this one is actually at Mr. It's a Jelly Belly confection,
Uh-huh.
but you can get it at
Red Robin?
You can get it at like certain stores, like Red Robin is a good
Red
one.
Robin secret menu.
They'll actually make you a gummy Tony Danza shake.
Yeah. How do you order this? You ask
well-
for the Tony or the Danza? What do you say? You just wink twice, maybe.
You say, "I want the big T, wink, wink," and if you don't bring it, I'll be blue.
And it's life
Wink,
size. It's a
wink.
life size Tony Danza. They wheel it out,
Mhm.
and you can start eating wherever you want.
Yeah, they put the shake in one
It has his
particular
genitals, or
location.
it's actually perfectly to him. His genitalia, nipples.
Everything's right there.
There's hair that's on there. As you see, hair. They put hair in the gummies.
That's actually licorice.
Oh, okay. It's edible.
The suit
Lovely.
is made from
Yeah.
what's it called flexible chocolate, and the Thai
Life size.
is actually like
It's $100 for this.
Mm-hmm.
But it's worth it. Next time you go to Red Robin, you order that. And here's another one, John. I'll put the picture up first. There you go. Tell us about this. Interesting.
So this is the pink slime.
Uh-huh.
And the pink slime is basically a canvas. The pink slime is whatever you want it to be.
They have the pink slime laying around.
Mm-hmm.
See, a lot of these secret menu items are things they have. They just don't, like, combine them.
Yeah.
Right? But now, like, the secret is, like, they combine things they have. So they have this pink slime. So I think the idea is, like, why just put this in the burgers? Why not just serve it as is?
I mean, look at it. It's got the consistency of a thick shake.
Uh-huh. It comes in a box like that, huh? Like just
it just comes right in that cardboard. It's completely safe.
That's a question I had for you. Why are they using a cardboard box to transport this, which is, I believe, is a food item? So why would they use cardboard for that?
Cardboard is amazingly good at insulation, keeping the cold in. It doesn't absorb any fluids, so it's not going to soak through. Cardboard is very tough under the most harsh of conditions, and even if you spill water on cardboard, it does not become soft or break.
Cardboard's great for transporting all types of food, especially ones like this, jellies.
Jelly is really good in cardboard, completely
excellent.
Airtight. It's
liquids.
Beautiful.
Mostly liquids are good.
You'll see trucks of this, just cardboard boxes, open topped.
Yeah.
So it's just stacked one open top box on top of the other, just going down the highway. It's perfect.
Right.
Yeah.
Extra seasoning gets in there. So they'll just give you, like, you get a cardboard box. You go to McDonald's, kind of the pink slime. They'll just give you a box like that.
Yeah, they'll give you a box, and if you bring your own box, it's a nickel cheaper.
All right, fair enough. And here's the last one that we have for you. Want to put the picture up? I don't know much about this one. Maybe you do. What is this?
Okay, so this is the McDanger.
McDanger?
That's all I know about it. I've just seen photos.
Is that grass that's in there?
I think it's cilantro, but I'm not sure. It looks
like some sort of dirt and grass. Is that correct?
It could be both of those things. If you'll note, it's actually bigger than the beef patty.
Wow.
So that's mighty impressive.
Yeah.
Apparently, whatever it is very nutritious.
Seems like it's beef, another beef patty.
Yeah, maybe in a former life.
Yeah, well, it used to be beef or something.
It's amazing.
Very interesting. Very interesting. It leads me to believe that some of this might not be true. You know?
I don't know. Why would they lie to us about this, though?
I don't know. I think we need to maybe confirm some of this. What do you think? What do you think?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
All right. Let's see who we can talk to.
Oh.
Let's see here.
Should I mute? I'll mute.
Huh?
You have reached 703-913-8018 at the beep. Please.
What the heck?
Yeah, I thought you were gonna call the fellow from the chat who works there.
I'm trying to get some information about the secret menu.
This is Burger King.
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
I guess got a question for you. It's just between you and I won't tell anyone else. You can trust me on this one. Is there such thing as a secret menu? Is that a real thing, the secret menu?
What menu?
The secret menu.
Okay, just 1 second.
Okay, thank you. Oh my
Hello?
God, they're gonna call the cops.
Hello?
Oh, hey, how you doing, man?
Good.
Hey, how's it going? Just between you and me, I'm not gonna tell anyone else if you tell me the answer. Is there such thing as a secret menu? Is that real?
The what?
The secret menu. Secret.
I think you got a number.
Is this the Burger King?
Yeah.
I've heard of the secret menu, sir. I heard of the BK ham and cheese, the veggie Whopper. Can you
don't know what
confirm
you're
the
talking
existence of these things? Why are you hiding in the shadows and not telling me the truth?
I'm sorry?
The veggie Whopper, is that something you would make if I went to your establishment? Or the BK ham and cheese? Can you confirm the existence of these dinners?
I don't know what you're talking about, sir.
A veggie Whopper, sir?
What was that?
The veggie Whopper?
We don't have no veggie Whoppers.
You don't do veggie Whoppers?
We don't have any.
Have you heard of the toothpick pizza?
What was that?
The toothpick pizza. It's a pizza that has chicken bones. If you choke on the mozzarella, you could take the bone and get the mozzarella out of your tooth. Have you heard of this?
What was that?
The Uber drink. It's a Whopper that is
Sorry?
blended with ice cream.
Ice cream?
Do you have ice cream?
We don't.
Is this a Burger King? Who is this?
What are you talking about, sir?
Is this the Burger King, sir?
Yes.
Do you deny the existence of the secret menu?
We got shakes.
Shakes?
Yes.
Would you be willing to put a chicken nugget into my shake if I asked you to do so?
I don't know.
Would you be willing to do such a thing for me?
I don't, sir.
A valued
I don't think
customer.
so. I can give you all the separate sizes. You can opt it out. You can do whatever you want.
I can do whatever I want with it. What do you think about
Also, right now I'm really busy. I don't have no time talking to you.
Sir, what is KFC? Do you think they are terrible? They double down? What do you think about that?
I don't know, sir.
Have you tried the McGangbang before? It's a Big Mac, filet of fish, and McChicken, all in one.
Sorry, sir?
Disgusting.
What was that?
The McGangbang, it's a disgusting meal that your rival McDonald's creates. Do you think that we could sue them?
I don't know, sir. I don't know what you're talking about.
All right. Well, I'll be in there soon. Please have the shakes and the McNuggets ready for me, okay?
All right, sir.
I'm coming. Thank you very much.
Uh-huh.
I love you. Goodbye.
That was painful. I thought you were gonna call the dude from the chat.
They won't spill the beans about the secret menu.
Yeah, I don't get that. He had no idea what you were talking about, or he did, and he didn't want it to get out.
They don't want me to know.
That was weird.
It was a little strange, wasn't it? He did say I could do whatever I want with the food.
Yeah, I think he'd sell you a burger and the shake, but you'd have to bring your own blend. Oh my gosh. What if you went into a Burger King with a blend, like a magic bullet?
Yeah.
You ordered a shake and a burger and then put them into the magic bullet and then blended them together and then drank it in front of everyone.
There's definitely some secrets going on out there. Is everyone okay? Are you still with me? Was that recorded? That was on the stream?
That was, I think so.
It wasn't supposed to be.
Yeah, by the way, is my connection bad? Because you sound like a robot. No, it's probably my connection.
You sound good to
Dang
me.
it. Oh, gosh, my connection's gone terrible all of a sudden.
All right, we got to move on from the secret menu disaster. I apologize to everyone that had to listen to that. It's my fault, okay? It's on me.
Okay,
So-
I'm trying to figure out why my computer's freaking out.
All right, well, can you do the show, or do you have to go?
I can hear you.
Do you want me to call the Burger King people and they can do it with me, or
Now I can't hear you.
you cannot hear me anymore?
I can hear you barely. Okay, we can keep going as long as, can you hear me?
I can hear you fine.
All right, cool. Then let's keep going.
All right. Free Comic Book Day was last week. You and I attended.
Yes, do you want me to grab my comics? They're right there.
You don't have to. We can just kind of talk about it a little bit. We went to the place in Stanford. Stanford's like my second home now. You know that? I know most of the city now.
Well, it's not that huge.
I've been there like 100 times now. And I feel like if there's any place that I know, like secondary to where I live, it's definitely there.
Wow.
Isn't that kind of weird, you know?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. We've been so many places filming illegally,
Don't remind me.
you know.
Don't remind me.
Yeah, well, that's how it goes. So we went to the Free Comic Book Day at the comic store in Stanford, which is
A
called
timeless journey.
A Timeless Journey. And what's interesting about this place, the Marvel Civil War comic series from like 10 years ago
Mm-hmm.
It starts off where Stamford, Connecticut is destroyed, it explodes. And in this comic, they show this store, Timeless Journey, they show the sign on the ground, the store was destroyed.
Yeah.
Which is really cool, man, you know?
Yeah, I mean, they were proud of that. They had that on their website.
Yeah, they were like stoked about this. Like our place was completely blown up.
Yeah, but then they moved.
Yeah, right. If you owned that store, wouldn't you like want to? Wouldn't you love that if they came to you and asked you?
Yeah, I don't know if they did or if they just did it. I'd be happy either way.
Wouldn't you just be like, hey, can I be on the ground dead too? Like draw me dead. I'd be down for that. That'd be awesome. You know.
Wow, that's a little grim.
Well, you'd want to just go as far as you can with it.
Yeah.
Right? So to the Free Comic Day, and the store's actually next to the porn store.
Yeah, I forgot what it's called, like a Taste of Midnight or something?
A Taste of Midnight. We should call them
Something like
now.
that.
We're calling them next week. What's weird about it is like it's one of those stores where the doors like face each other. So it's like a strip mall kind of thing, but then you go into like an alcove and the two doors face each other so you can see into either establishment. So when you come out of the comic store, you're like, oh, I got my comics, awesome. You're looking right into the porn shop. It's kind of weird, kind of awkward, you know.
Well, it's kind of funny. Like, you're like,
look.
look, you're looking down at the comics. You're looking at the porn shop. You're looking down at the comics, and you're like, whose women are more scantily clad?
Yeah, like which one did I just go to? I don't even realize. I don't know.
I mean, I just bought Red Sonja, but
yeah. But the place was packed, man. It's always cool to see. Everybody was having a good time. A lot of kids too, you know, which is nice.
yeah. I mean, I felt bad. I hadn't gone to a comic book store in a really long time.
You got to go, man. You got one.
I wanted to buy stuff, and then I saw it. A refrigerator magnet of the Infinity Gauntlet.
Did you bring it here? Do you have it?
It's on the fridge.
Oh, okay.
Excuse me.
Yeah, it's a gauntlet. It's a magnet.
Yes.
Yeah, it's cool, man. There's a couple of good stuff, you know, a couple of good comics. It's fun stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I found out some other comics that just came out that I still need to go buy, so I'll be back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I felt like I had to buy something just to not be a jerk.
Yeah, me too.
So I got the new Amazing Spider-Man #1.
How was it?
Yeah, it's fun, you know. Superior Spider-Man ended,
Yeah.
and I liked that. It was like it was 31 issues. I really liked it a lot. It was fun. At the same time, it freaks me out. The idea of someone like it's about Doc Ock takes over Spider-Man's body, right? And he's Peter Parker, and Parker's gone.
Out of
It
the
just kind of
picture.
creeps you out. Think that? Imagine that.
If that happened to me, I think I'd totally freak out.
If you were in someone else's body, or someone took over your body.
If someone took over my body, I'd freak the
Well, you
frill
wouldn't
out.
even know because you would be replaced.
I'd be gone. That's true. I'd
What
still freak out. I would find a way to freak out.
What if they did a lot of great stuff?
With my body? Are you kidding? They'd
then
have
you
to
come
work
back.
out for like 3 weeks straight.
What if you come back and they improved everything? You're like, wow.
I'd be like, dang, well, I failed that job of living.
Yeah. But they did a nice job with Superior. A lot of people were freaking out and going nuts when they first did it, like death threats and whatnot. We were actually talking to the guy at the comic store about that a little bit. But
It was a cool. I mean, I
It was
read
good.
I read a little bit of it. It's an interesting take on Spider-Man.
right,
Like, what if Spider-Man's powers were held by someone else,
right.
and not in like a weird, hacky way, in a legitimate kind of let's just hack his brain out and put in someone else's brain and thoughts.
And it had the ending that I wanted to see. Is what they did. You know.
That's cool.
Yeah, I was hoping they would. And that's what they did.
I should probably read all of it.
It's basically centered around the Goblin, as most things
Really?
usually are. Well, it's basically the Goblin is it's like Doc Ock is Superior Spider-Man. He thinks he's great. He's doing all this stuff. I'm so much better than Parker ever was, and he thinks he's improving things. But meanwhile, you know, Osborn and the Goblins, he has a Goblin army underneath the city, and they're preparing. And then the finale is basically they come up and go crazy, and the Superior Spider-Man has to decide what he's going to do.
Oh no!
I'll leave you there. So yeah, it's pretty fun.
Please tell me that at least one part of his secret base was called the Pumpkin Patch.
I don't think so. You should have suggested
Golden
that.
opportunity.
You should have suggested that one.
Golden opportunity right there.
Yeah. So, I went to see Spider-Man 2, the movie. I know you did as well.
I saw Spider-Man 2. 2.
The best thing about going, though, they have this new game at the movie theater, which I thought was awesome. It's a Batmobile game. It's a Batmobile game, John. So you basically it's a sitting game. You sit inside the Batmobile. You have a steering wheel. You have guns, different buttons all over the place. And the thing that made me mark out for it, right? When you sit down, you put the money in. It's $1, by the way, which is kind of rip off.
Yeah.
I wonder why arcades died, huh? $1 a play, right? But you could choose from any Batmobile that ever existed. So it starts with the 1960s Batmobile from the TV show.
Good choice.
Has the animated series. It's got
Good.
all the crazy other ones from the weird movies.
I bet you it doesn't have the Batman Beyond Batmobile.
It may have had it, but I don't remember seeing it. But that might not count. It has the one from the last movie. So I picked the 1960s one, right?
Yeah.
And you're like you're in the Batmobile, you're driving around, you're shooting guns and missiles, which Batman doesn't really do, and you're killing people. I think I would expect if you blow them up, but that's all right. It was still fun. But it was really cool, man. So I was like, who made this and why does this exist, right?
Yeah, and why did I not hear about this until now?
Right.
Well, I have to ask.
Yeah.
Was it basically like a reskinned Cruising USA?
It's not racing. It's like combat.
Okay, because there were a lot of games that were basically Cruising USA just reskinned.
It's an old idea, but for that first time in like years, I had that. Oh my god, a new arcade game. Like I haven't felt that way in like 10 years.
They did it right.
That used to be the thing all the time, man. You go to the arcade, and I remember when I went to the arcade, they had Mortal Kombat 3.
There is no knowledge that is not power. Stay in school.
And when you were a kid from that era, like the early 90s era, you didn't even know like what was coming out. There's no way of really knowing.
No, the internet wasn't prevalent.
Sometimes
they'd
pull up posters up. They'd be like coming soon. You'd be like, I don't know what the hell that is. Okay, this is the name of it.
Killer Instinct?
It's got Pit Fighter. It's got two dudes. And you're like, I don't know what that is. I'll try it when it comes out.
Oh gosh, I remember when they first came out with the what was that cop game where you ducked like for real?
Time Crisis?
No. The one where you actually physically ducked.
I don't know.
It was that when we were playing CVS 2.
Is it on the Kinect?
Like police thing.
I don't know.
Man.
I don't know.
It was a legit like arcade thing.
How did it know if you were ducking
was
or
new.
not? It knew if you were ducking?
It had sensors or something.
Did they invent the Kinect before Microsoft?
Someone had to.
Someone had to. Why didn't they get paid?
Reasons?
Well, anyway, there you go. On Spider-Man 2, I really liked the movie. I thought it was fun. I thought
I thought it was pretty good. Like, a lot better than I anticipated.
I thought
way better than... Yeah.
Go ahead, yes.
Well, I thought it was way better than Spider-Man 3 in the last series, but I mean, that's not saying much. But do go on.
Yeah, well, the thing with the people were those three villains, but there really wasn't.
Yeah, like, before I saw the movie, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is going to be just like Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, well, that's the case of people kind of jumping to conclusions on things, right?
It's going to be so dumb.
I saw reviews saying that there was too many villains still.
Yeah, and I didn't understand it. Like, the first villain you see, like, the opening sequence is just, like you said it yourself. It was amazing. It was Spider-Man being Spider-Man.
Yeah, I was about to
doing
say
what
that.
Spider-Man does best. Yeah, go on.
The first like 15, 20 minutes of this thing was the best I've seen of Spider-Man in a film. That was like the finally captured Spider-Man more than anything else has they've ever put to film. Like the first like 20 minutes when he's swinging around, he looks the way he's moving, right? And then just like there's like funny parts when he goes into that store and he's sick, and the guy's robbing him, and he's like, okay, and that's so Spider-Man, right? So Spider-Man. Or like bad luck kind of follows him, and he's got to deal with it. He's like a normal person. So it kind of captures all that. It's really good. One of the things I don't like about the movie, and the first one had this problem too, and I talked about this 2 years ago on the show when it came out. It's like so many coincidences in these movies. Like whoever writes this like loves just insane coincidences that just happen.
Yeah.
Right. So like the first one, the girl he likes from school also works for his disappeared father's former partner. And her father is the police chief, of course. Right? Yeah. And in this one, there's a scene where Peter's at Oscorp at the same time that Gwen's being chased by guards, right? In the same floor, in the same place, right? And he's there because he's meeting with Harry, who runs Oscorp, and is his childhood best friend as well.
Who he hasn't seen since he was like 6 or 9 or something.
It just came now. And he's also dying from a rare disease that only Spider-Man's blood can cure. It's like, wow. It's all like wrapped up in a little basket,
It's just like, I mean, how many 20s and 1s were they rolling when they pulled this plot out?
Yeah, it's just a little too much, man.
I mean, in the first movie, I'm like, okay, fine, whatever, a few coincidences here. Then they hit the second one, I'm just like, all of this?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like watching, okay, I'm trying to think of a good example. Like, if you were watching Game of Thrones,
yes,
and, like, Sansa Stark's dad was Jaime Lannister's best friend in night training school.
Okay.
And his mom was Cersei Lannister's sewing partner in home economics class when they were children.
I'm lost on this one.
But, no, I'm just saying, like...
I think you wrote Spider-Man too.
Just tying it all together, like, so tightly with all these little pieces, like...
yeah,
it's like you're...
I never like when people are in the same place at the same time at the right moment. Like, over and over.
How did they pull that off? I mean, okay, so you're telling me that Gwen Stacy works on the same floor that Harry Osborn's office is on, and that he doesn't have a private elevator that goes straight there if he's that powerful?
Yeah, and then he was in the elevator when she got on the elevator to leave. He was in it.
Like, where was he going? What is he doing? Like,
yeah, I don't know. It's crazy, man. What'd you think about Electro?
Okay, so I thought that Spider-Man's origin story in the first movie was kind of thrown together and crazily random.
Spider-Man's was? You know what?
I thought so.
You were, if you go back to the show from 2 years ago, you were actually guessed it right. Because you said on that show, I remember this, like in my head when you said it, you were like, I bet Spider-Man's father, I bet, Peter Parker's father made it so only his DNA can get the spider thing to work.
Well, I think I said that's the only thing I would accept about his origin.
You said something like this was going to happen, and that's basically what they did.
Like, sorry, spoiler, I guess. But, like, anybody else, like, could have gotten bitten by any of those effing spiders and would have had the same deal, unless that happened. That's what I was complaining about. And then Electro's origins.
But that was good, though. That's a good part.
Yeah, it was terrible in the first movie, but they fixed it so hard.
Right, because you're thinking, like, there's, like, thousands of these spiders in that thing that he was in, so, like, how could no one else get bit? Right?
Yeah.
So then they make, okay, well, only the Parker gene can do it. Which is, again, the same coincidence that he went into the building, he snuck through the building into a random place where the spiders were, and got bit by a spider that only he could get the powers from. Right?
Yeah.
So it's just like, so, it's just like, whoa.
But, okay, but, there's some science there. That makes sense.
Yeah.
A bit.
Yeah.
Electro, his origin, I think that if you're going to that's what I like, how they fixed the Spider-Man origin in this one, because that makes it fit perfectly.
Well, I don't know if they fixed it. I mean, that's what they always wanted to do. I don't know.
Well, here's the thing I got to say. The thing I like when movies and stories have a consistent science or magic. I don't care if it's super science.
Uh-huh.
I don't care if it's as simple as a wizard did it.
Yeah.
But as long as it's consistent. Like, the Spider-Man, the blood, the bites, that makes sense. Electro? That's like working at an aquarium store, sticking your hand in there, and like getting bitten by a mantis shrimp, and all of a sudden you can punch holes in glass with your fingers.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, people say, well, it's unrealistic anyway, and the guy could have spider powers and blah, blah, blah. But you create the world, you create the logic behind it.
Yeah, the internal logic has to be consistent.
There's certain logic that they teach you, like he could do these specific powers and he could do these certain things. So if, like, all of a sudden in a scene, like, wings pop out of his back and all of a sudden he's doing shit that, like, they never explained why he could do this or how he got this power or anything like that, then you're kind of like, well, what the hell is that? What is that, right?
Fly, spider, fly.
So there's still, like, even though it's unrealistic things, there's a logic to it and there's science to it that they created. Right. So I think the love story in there is like the best of any superhero movie.
Because it's honestly, that's like a legitimate. The problems that they're having with their relationship are part because of the superhero stuff, and part because of something for real that people deal with. It's relatable.
Yeah.
You don't have to be a superhero trying to juggle two lives to feel what Parker's feeling.
Yeah. Electro's crazy. Like, they didn't even try to explain anything with that. They're just like, yeah, he's electric. I don't know. They didn't even try. He reminded me a lot of like a Tim Burton Batman villain, where they're just like real over the top. Like, he was over the top even before he was Electro. Like, that character was like insane. Right? It's real ridiculous. And then he's like, whoa, what is this? You know. But,
Electro before he turned into Electro, just kind of like, that's a little over the top and just kind of sad, really. I feel bad for him. And then the dude just cracks like a glass in my hands when I'm clumsy and trip all the time. Like, he just breaks and becomes something completely, you can see where they're coming from.
Yeah.
But you just have to go with the electricity out of his brain. That is why he is acting the way he is acting.
I like that they set up a lot of things in this thing. Compared to the original Spider-Man movies, like, they definitely have a lot more, like, you saw Felicia's in there.
Oh, yeah, but here's the problem.
And they're just constantly setting things up. Yes.
You know what critics are saying? This movie is just an advertisement for the next movie.
You're completely blurred and I can barely hear you, but sure.
Sorry.
I mean, it's kind of a dumb thing to say. I mean, it's a series, right? Like, does one episode of something, is that an advertisement for the next thing? I guess kind of is, but you're still telling a story, and it's kind of like what, you know.
I'm sorry, season 2 of this show set up season 3.
And it's not like nothing happened to this one.
Big things happened in this.
Big things happened, so.
Big, huge things. They introduced an entire new entity in Oscorp. It got an entire new face, and by that, you know, what's going to happen with Oscorp now?
They killed a major character.
New characters. They changed existing characters so much.
They killed a major character, and they advertised for the X-Men.
Okay, yeah, ignore that. That's right, everybody. You came to see Spider-Man. So naturally, at the end of your Spider-Man movie, when you stay through the credits, you're going to see something about the next Spider-Man X-Men.
One of the things I really hate in like these movies, and from time to time they do this, like when someone gets a power, and they know how to use it just like 10 seconds later. Like 5 minutes later, they know how to do everything. So the scene in this thing with Harry, and he finds this suit. Well, first of all, he's like dying. He goes from a spot where he's going to die. He's like melting or whatever. Then he finds this suit, which is just sitting there, and he just gets into it. And then 10 minutes later, he knows how to fly. He knows how to use all the stuff. He knows how to use the bombs. He's doing insane, like, aerial maneuvers with it. You know, I mean, again, like, yeah, it's unrealistic again, but there's no logic in that universe that would say, like, okay, this dude would know how to use this crap.
They did try to explain it. Harry, the Green Goblin guy, the suit has a neural interface that interfaces with your brain. So I guess they're trying to say the suit apparently knows how it's supposed to work and just puts it into your brain so you feel like doing X and you do
Well, that's
X.
a pretty amazing suit. I wonder why it was just sitting there then. Someone
right?
should have used that.
Yeah,
Pretty
no
good.
kidding.
You know. So that's that, you know, I thought it was fun.
Someone did ask what we think of Rhino.
I don't know, he wasn't really in it. I mean,
He was in, I mean...
I like the idea of setting up the Sinister Six, though. That's cool. You know, I don't love the fact that, like, here's the octopus arms, we're gonna give it to some dude, and he's gonna, you know, that's not really what Doc Ock's supposed to be, right?
No.
He kind of, like, invented it, and he's a genius in his own right, and blah, blah, blah.
He is. I mean, that's one of the...
Well, yeah, we don't know exactly what they're gonna do. You can't really criticize it because we don't know exactly what they're gonna do.
No.
You know, so you can't really start speculating and complaining about stuff that you don't know. I don't know. I don't mind the Rhino in the big tank thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's different than I expected, but what would they do? Put him in, like, a flabby Rhino suit?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Where he's basically just the Juggernaut?
Uh-huh.
You're over there. I'm over here. I run at you. Urgh.
Yeah, I mean, that's that. You know, I'd like to see a little more motivation for the villains. I mean, like, Electro, I don't know why he even hated people, and because they picked on him, and Spider-Man's popular, and he's not. Someone else kill him.
I think it was...
And then the Goblin's just like, I want the blood. Give me the blood. You won't give me the blood? I'm going to put on this suit. 5 minutes later, know how to do everything it can do and kill your girlfriend. Okay.
Okay, as long as we're dropping spoilers here.
Uh-huh.
The problem with Electro, I think, was he went from, I love Spider-Man so much, he's the best. The reason he flipped out, I think, is he felt betrayed, because all he wanted was people to notice him, and he was finally noticed, and he felt special, and then Spider-Man was more special. I don't think that would have cracked Max Dillon. It's kind of making fun of nerds.
Whoa. All right. We don't need that. Okay. Fair enough. How many stars do you give the movie?
4?
You're actually doing out of what? We didn't even make it a scale, and you just already
Soup. 4 of soup.
4 soups.
No, 4 stars out of soup.
How many downs? Like the double downs, triple downs? How many down chickens? KFC?
3rd and goal.
30 down. The KFC 30 down. That's what you give the movie?
3rd and goal.
Okay. You gonna see X-Men? Oh, I shouldn't have brought that up. I'm gonna do your usual rant.
I am going to see X-Men.
We're done.
I am going to see X-Men.
Okay. Let's go to the art, ladies and gentlemen. Only a couple pieces of art this week. It's all from Bushi. Thank you, Bushi.
Can't see it.
If you guys want to send in art, please contact us. StayBallsy@gmail.com. Definitely appreciate it. Definitely enjoy it and love it all. Okay? First one's from Bushi. It is a speech. I think it's from the Arrow show. Right?
Read it if I could.
You can't see it?
Yeah.
He says, "Dear Mr. Saget, we're going to tear everything you care about away from you. Destroy those who choose to follow you, corrupt those who you love. Once you have lost everyone and everything you value, we will drive an arrow through your eye." Wow. Stuff OJ says to me. Calls me and says this stuff.
You know, I heard Arrow got good, actually.
Yeah, a lot of people really love Arrow. I gotta watch it.
I heard it was...
I've been watching S.H.I.E.L.D. I saw the finale last night. I could talk about that for 20 minutes, but I don't really feel like doing it. I like it.
Worth watching.
Yeah, it's worth watching, I think.
Okay, good to know.
I think it's really hard to make that show because they're on the fringe of the movies, and they can't really do a lot of things because the movies is the main thing, and they're kind of like on the fringe, like I said, right? So it's hard for them to be like, oh, we're going to do this amazing episode, all this is going to happen, because you really can't, right?
Because the movie's going to be like, nope.
Right, exactly. Yeah, the movies, they're on the side of the movie, sidelines.
Though it's interesting watching, I kind of want to watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. now, knowing what I know from watching Captain America.
Uh-huh.
Just looking at it.
That's when a lot of people started watching it again. They're like, oh, okay. So I think people wanted it to kind of be connected in some way to, like, Marvel. It felt like it wasn't a Marvel show, a lot of people were saying. And they kind of
didn't feel like Marvel?
That's what people said, like, because there's no, like, heroes in it. So, like, this doesn't feel like Marvel. But then it's kind of like connected to the movie, like, oh, okay. The second one here is Sabushi. He says, even in the Pokemon universe, elephants have their way with other animals. Is there an elephant Pokemon?
There is something that is elephant-esque, I think.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, I can double-check.
Look it up. He's raping the other Pokemon.
Bulbapedia.com.
And here's another one here from Bushi. We have O.J. Harrington compared to a picture of a young CM Punk. And very similar. Very similar, John.
I look like a young CM Punk.
Are you a young CM Punk?
I don't know. I don't remember who CM Punk is right now. I'm bad at this. I mean, I know who CM Punk is, and I'm totally not Googling. Oh, that guy. Yeah.
Yeah, you look like a young version. That's what we discovered. You disagree with that?
I don't have a good photo. I have a very
All right, don't worry about
bearded
it. You'll have to watch it later. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Why don't we go to do some comments, and then maybe we can get some other conversation going. You know?
Uh-oh.
See what we feel like doing.
All
What's
right.
up?
He looks like the guy who plays Wolverine with those sideburns. I bet you he auditioned to be Wolverine.
OJ's computer's broken, but he's still taking the time to try to look at the photos. You know.
No, I'm actually just amused that Rambaholic knows.
Ramaholic knows what?
OJ loves Cyclops because Cyclops makes the ultimate pun when he says that was a blast after every time he uses Optic Blast. Lol.
I love these messages I just looked at from OJ while I was on the phone with the gentleman from Burger King. I got several messages from OJ. He says, let him go. He's busy. Please.
I felt bad for the guy. It's probably like the lunch rush or something.
Yeah. The lunch rush? I don't even know what that
dinner
was.
rush. I don't know. You know what's sad, though? The dude wouldn't even tell us anything. Okay, sorry. Where were we? I got
No,
sidetracked.
he was like, I'm like, dude, do you have the vegetable, what was it? The Whopper?
Veggie Whopper, which is a legit
No,
question.
I don't do that. I don't do veggie Whoppers. That's what he said. I don't do veggie Whoppers. Does the secret menu exist? No comment. Wow.
What are you talking about? Are you calling the right store? Yeah, you're Burger King, right? Yes. What about the secret menu? The what?
At one point I was saying, is this Burger King? He wouldn't confirm it or not. Did you see that?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that guy.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening, okay? I don't know.
I trust him not, my good sir.
This is from Madhead Productions. Do you like the UK Office or the American Office better? The show The Office.
Ooh.
I definitely saw a lot more of the American Office because they made a ton more episodes.
Like a bajillion?
And at times it was really, really good. I mean, there was a couple seasons in there that were just awesome. With Jim and Pam, you know. And then once they got together, it kind of like they didn't know what the show was about anymore. They were kind of like, oh, because it was pretty much about them, right?
Yeah.
And the UK Office, that's what it's about, partially.
Well,
and that's where it ends. That's the finale is when those two characters like get together, right?
It was the UK Office. I saw the entire first season, and I'll be honest, it was so sad. It hurt to watch.
No, it's not sad.
It hurt to watch. No, because I feel bad from, what's his name, Michael Scott in the British one too?
No. David
It's
Brent.
Something. Brent something.
David Brent.
Whatever. I just felt so bad.
What do you mean, whatever? It's his name.
I watched it in years, man. I haven't watched it in years. I just felt so bad.
Yeah, but you know what? You don't.
Like,
that's the kind of stuff you don't get. That's the stuff you don't get here, man. Because it's so real, you know.
The British heroes.
It's
British
comedic.
Heroes shows.
It's funny. It's comedic, but it's not silly. It's very serious. But
No,
it's
I
funny.
mean, I think British heroes are flawed and very imperfect. Like, look at Black Adder. Look at Mr. Bean. Look at anything else Rowan
Mr.
Atkinson
Bean.
has ever been in. No, but seriously, like, British heroes are all flawed a lot of the time. Like,
yeah.
Brent.
Well,
Mr.
human beings
Brent,
are flawed, right? Human beings are flawed things.
Yeah, and I mean, I just feel so sad watching someone try over and over and over again.
But you know that you've had that boss, you've had that dude, you know, you've seen that dude, right?
Yeah.
At times maybe we're that guy, right? Ourselves.
Yeah, that's
but
why it hurt.
It's so true, right? So like I was saying, the American Office definitely saw so much more of it because they did, I think, like 9 seasons or something. And the UK Office could have gone for that amount of time. Definitely with Ricky Gervais, right? He could have written like all those episodes. But they decided not to do that. They had a story. I think they did 2 seasons and then like the special, I believe.
Yeah.
And it's all great. It's there's no point in there where it's bad.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't say that about the American one, right? You could say, well, the last several seasons weren't as good as this and blah, blah, blah. Why did this happen? But the British Office is a perfect package that you could see that they had an idea of how it was going to end from the beginning. And they didn't just go, okay, let's just keep sucking money out of this, put more out. They did it, put it out. It's a perfect thing. Could have made more money on it, but you know what? That's okay. We're trying to make something great, and that's what it is. So I definitely like that one better in the end.
Yeah. I mean, that's just what gets me about, like, a lot of comedies and stuff. I just can't stand watching.
Man. Every show, just keep going. And there's so many shows where you could see, like, where the point was where, like, this should have been the end, right?
Yeah, it bugs me so much. That's, well, you know what's funny? One last thing. Like, when an American show has a clear plot arc, like, all right, we're going to end it right here, guys. We're good. This is fine. And then some dude, and the creator's like, we're good. This is all I pitched. This is all I want to do. I'm out. This is perfect. I love it. Let's end it here. And the studio goes, no.
And a lot of times the original creators will leave.
More.
The original people will leave the show and they'll still keep going.
Yeah, I've been told this is what happens to Supernatural after season 5.
I don't know.
I'm on season 4 right now. I'll let you know.
That's why
I'm telling you guys in 3 months.
I really love the HBO shows. That's like the stuff I watch because I think they really do an awesome job. Boardwalk Empire, love it. Game of Thrones, Sex and the City. Oh wait, no, not that one. But like everything's just really well done. It's just really high production value, right?
Yeah, and it has. I mean, the only problem Game of Thrones is going to have is catching up to the actual books.
It's gonna go on forever, but it's fun. This is from Best for Business. I had an idea for a new segment on El's show. OJ goes undercover to investigate the burning topic of his choice and brings his findings exclusive to the Ramborgia. El's show's own expose, except it will be called the Exp OJ. Are you gone?
What was that about exposing OJ?
The Exp OJ, we send you on investigative journalist missions and you inform us about them.
That would actually be pretty funny.
Where would you go? You're going to go to the Burger King and find out about the secret menu and why this guy was so shady about this?
Go around town, ask questions.
Will you make the veggie Whopper? No, I won't do that.
I'd like to order a Whopper and a veggie burger, please. And then I just stand there
No.
at the counter, be like, you won't do this? Take up the beef patty,
No.
slam it on the counter, put the veggie burger in there, and be like, what up now?
Yeah. Okay. So you're going to do this then.
It'd be pretty funny.
Where did you find... This is from Villainous1. From March 19th. I apologize, I'm kind of behind on this thing. Where did you find the instrumental that was played during the Milk Life segment? If you made it yourself, have you ever considered being a rap producer? I don't remember anything about a Milk Life. Oh, yeah, Milk Life. You did a rap?
I did a milk rap. Yeah, I
Is
read the
he
milk
talking
rap
about
for
your
the
milk?
slogan.
Is he talking about your milk rap?
Mm-hmm.
You made that yourself, right?
The rap, yeah, but not the background music. That was all you.
Oh, there's background music? I didn't make it.
I don't remember,
I don't
man.
know where it was
I
from.
can't hear anything.
You can give the credit to CD Baby on that one.
Oh.
If you want to find out about CD Baby, you can go watch. I think 3 or 4 episodes ago we talked about that.
Was that the episode that killed
No,
us?
it was the wedding.
Okay.
Don't you remember?
Yeah.
That's when we called the Taco Bell, not the Burger King.
Okay.
This show is basically now. It's basically calling fast food establishments, having a belligerent conversation, and then we complain about some sort of movie or TV show. That's pretty much what we do.
Fair enough.
And OJ's mic just doesn't even work. You can't even hear me.
What? You can't hear me?
That's pretty much what the show is.
I'm sorry.
This is from Us Commando, our good friend Joel. In
Joel!
Australia. I haven't heard from Joel in quite some time. He says, Dr. Rambo, would you like some balls? Yes, I would. You might be going to Australia. We're not supposed to talk about that yet, or no? Did I
We
screw
bought
up?
tickets to PAX Australia.
So OJ's going to Australia.
Hopefully.
When is this, the fall?
Just after Halloween.
A Halloween visit to Australia. You haven't gone there before?
I have not been to Australia before, no.
Your sister's
You
going
can tell
there,
because I'm still alive.
Why, you're going to die?
Everything in Australia wants to kill you or give you chlamydia.
That seems a little racist, John.
Koala bears have chlamydia. And scorpions and spiders.
Why would you go to this
and
place
snakes.
then? I'm going to this place. I can't wait. Everything will kill me or give me chlamydia. What kind of this thing is this to say? Are you going to visit with Joel while you're there?
I don't know where Joel lives.
Are you going to visit with Rice Spirit?
I want to, but I don't know if we're going to get to... I
Are you
want
going
to
visit
see
with...
him.
There's another Ramborgian gentleman in Australia. I can't remember his name.
There's a bunch. Like, there's a
many.
lot of fine Ramborgian folks in Australia.
That's correct, yes. Are you there?
Yes.
You're still there.
Yes. I can't load the comments, so I have to wait for you.
Okay.
Oh, but Reepa's asked why chlamydia... I'm sorry, I was being mean and making light of the honest-to-goodness plight of the koala bear. Koala bears are very ill in general. I guess there's a lot of them that are sick with that disease, and it's killing them.
Chlamydia?
Yes.
How did they even get that? How do you stop the spread of it?
I don't know. I guess you just keep the bears from doing other bears.
Koala condom?
I don't know,
Yeah,
but
have that.
it's really bad.
Well, why would you think you're going to get the chlamydia? You're going to be around the bears? They're going to get into
It was a joke.
into your like suitcase or something?
Oh my gosh. Oh, it reminds me that there's a cartoon when I was a little kid about koala bears and they could fly through space. It's
Really? What was
pretty.
that?
It was on Nickelodeon. It was about a pink one and a blue one and this little girl who went with them to their koala bear universe.
Do you remember David the Gnome?
Yeah, the best show ever at the worst ending ever.
What was the ending?
Really sad.
What was it?
I don't want to spoil it.
We already spoiled Spider-Man. Just spoil that too.
At the end of David the Gnome, after all these episodes, it's announced that when gnomes reach a certain age, they die. And
Really?
he goes off into the woods and becomes a tree.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
For a children's show?
Yeah.
Well, maybe that kind of goes
And-
against what we were talking about before.
His friend Swift the fox, is seen crying there.
Oh my
And I
God.
don't remember if he dies at the same time as his wife or earlier.
The fox?
No, I mean David the gnome and his wife. I don't know if they die and become two trees next to each other, or if one dies and the other waits. I can't remember.
Okay.
It's really sad.
This is from Joel.
Joel!
Dear John, what is your real name? We demand a name to go to the glorious face. No more lies, Jambo. Rainbow is Jambo. At No More Lies. Is that a website?
It is now.
My real name is John. Whether I am
Yeah,
Jambo
no,
or Rambo
no.
or anything else, you know John is always... Well, Ron is his name, isn't it?
Ron
Yeah.
Jam. Ah, my face.
No, my name is John. What is your name?
Yeah, I don't know why that was an issue.
We were talking about this with you the other day, how like some people call you OJ now in your real life,
It's weird.
and how like I don't even do that.
No, you call me John. You don't. There'd have to be a third John for me to be OJ to you.
I would never call you OJ like in real life. It would just be bizarre. But I think a lot of people think that I do call you that. So, for instance, like when you first started going out with your girlfriend, I would call you and she would answer the phone sometimes, and she'd be like, "Oh, OJ's in the bathroom," and I'd be like, "Does your girlfriend call you OJ?" And they're like, "Oh no, she just thinks that you call me that."
Yeah, like
Oh.
Carl calls me OJ.
A lot of people call you OJ. I feel bad that we kind of like that's kind of became your new name. Do they call you that at work too?
No, I mean honestly, I'm kind of happy to have a nickname.
Yeah,
What?
it's a weird one.
I mean, I was happier when you called me Commodore. OJ's cool, but when you called me Commodore, that was really cool.
What? Commodore.
It's just
What do
who else is
do your
called
parents call
Commodore?
you like a certain thing, like a special name that
Yeah,
maybe
they
other
call
people...
me John.
That's it. They never had any...
Sometimes I get called Johnny, but that's usually by my extended family.
What's your father's name? John?
John?
So you were never like... So was mine. So you were never Little John or Johnny or anything like that?
Sometimes Johnny, when my grandpa, my dad, and I were in the room, my grandpa was John, my dad was Jack, and I was Johnny.
Your dad became Jack.
My dad was almost always Jack, so I was almost always John.
My grandfather calls me Young John because his name is John.
Okay.
So we have the same thing going. Why is that even done? Would you name your kid John, or you're not sure about that?
I do have a thing for monosyllabic names, so...
It's not a very common name anymore, by the way. It's not really used.
Yeah, it used to be, like, crazy.
Well, yeah, there were 6 of us between our 2 families. But, yeah, my grandfather called me Young John. And then, like, a lot of people in the family, Johnny. That's what they call me. Johnny.
Yeah.
Just kind of badass. Johnny's, like, either badass or, like, a total wuss.
Yeah, it's
Either
one or
one.
the other.
Either
Just
one.
nothing in the middle.
No, it could be either one.
Yeah.
So,
Oh my gosh, you just reminded me.
Little John, that's when I was, like, a kid.
Oh yeah, well that was great because of Robin Hood.
Yeah.
It's funny, people call me Big... Actually, one person at work calls me Big John.
Big John's your name at work.
He gives everybody a nickname, though, so...
Hey, look, it's Big John.
Like, am I fat? What? Okay, I get it. Actually, when I did martial arts, they called me Big John as
Is
well.
there another size John that's there?
No.
So how you Big John? You're just John.
I am overweight. But I don't know. But dude, you just reminded me.
Yeah?
You know what? You know what Carol Ann's been watching?
What?
The Borgias.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I'm
Was
just
that
like...
Showtime or something?
Yeah. With Jeremy Irons, Scar from The Lion King.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy stuff, man.
That's cool.
Be
Let me ask you this.
prepared.
Let me ask you this. It's interesting that as people we have a personality, but then there's like certain situations where that personality is kind of altered and you have kind of different personalities within your personality. Right? Do you know what I'm going
We
with
are
this?
Venom.
Yeah. So, like, when you're at work, do you feel like you're yourself, or do you feel like you're kind of putting on a different persona than who you truly are? And if you are putting on some sort of a different persona, does that bother you in any way? That you can't just be you?
I
You
don't
can't just
feel
be
like it.
Big John. You have to be Professional John, or whatever
You
it is.
mean like at work?
Yeah. Does that
I don't know.
frustrate you?
At work? Actually, I'm pretty much the same, except I try not to make as offensive jokes.
So you still kind of do... I've never seen you at work. I'd like to observe one day.
I have
What?
a reputation for telling terrible jokes.
But you're kind of the same person? Like, you still do the same stuff? You would
Pretty
say-
much.
Okay.
Pretty much. I say stupid garbage, and occasionally I cross the line by accident.
But you are somewhat changed. You are somewhat different, as you said. You don't do as much. You're not as free. So it's odd, I
yeah.
think, because when you go to work, right, you're surrounded by a bunch of people, and you don't even really know them. You know how they are there.
Yeah,
Maybe some of them you get to know, like outside work, you get to see who they
Little
really
bit.
are. But
Yeah.
for the most part, you're like a bunch of people. Who the hell who are they really? It's a strange thought.
It is. You don't ever get
Think
to know the
about
real
it.
people.
Just think about that. Next time
I mean,
you're at work,
that's-
just look around. I don't know any of you. Who are you?
Well, that's why a lot of folks at work like to do like board game nights.
You try
or
to break the ice a
karaoke
little bit.
things, stuff like that. Yeah.
You ever,
I mean-
okay, is there ever a guy that was totally different than you thought? You're like, oh, there's this guy. He's like this, but then you see him outside work. You're like, oh my god, this guy's a freaking animal. He's so different.
No one that's quite that different,
Uh huh.
but there is a guy who makes way more out there jokes than I would have thought, having only met him at work.
Yeah.
It was pretty funny, actually.
Did you ever have a teacher that you kind of like had a real moment with? I think teachers are like absolutely that because they have like how they are to you, like as the teacher. But in real life, a lot of them are like you know, do all kinds of things.
I'm thinking maybe once.
And once in a while, you get to see that crack in it.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny.
Yeah. I was watching an episode of a TV show where a dude was transferred to a school for 2 weeks, had a moment with the teacher and transferred out, and then went back to see the teacher years later.
Uh huh.
Teacher did nothing remember him at all.
It's like, who the hell are you?
It was just like this dude gave this kid like some incredibly important life advice. So the kid comes back and says, "Oh, you gave me some great advice." And the teacher's like, "Who are you? And what did I say? It must have worked,
yeah,
I guess."
Okay. Wouldn't you pretend to know him at that point?
I don't know. I think the teacher was supposed to be so nice he wouldn't dream of lying. So
All right, let's move on with this. I don't even know what we're just talking about. Dearest Rambo and OJ from Snide. As I type this, I am bored out of my skull in polymers class, which brings me to my question. What did you usually do when you were bored in class? Besides getting boners, OJ. Thank you. And he has
I'm never going to live that down.
He has a quote that I said here. I want to read this. I said this on the show, apparently. It says, John Rambo said, bloody yourself. If they say, what are you doing? You go, what do you mean? It's Valentine's Day. It's the feast of St. Valentine. What are you doing with those chocolates?
That was great.
Thanks. So what do you do if you're bored? Like work and stuff.
Well, when I was in high school, I'd try not to fall asleep. When I was in college, no joke, I would start drawing my friends' D&D characters.
Like on what? Loose leaf?
Yeah,
Backs
on
of
my
things?
notepaper.
Yeah.
On my notes.
I used to draw, yeah, I definitely would just draw stuff, and I got in trouble one time in Catholic school because I was
what?
I was drawing things, okay? And what I would do is I would draw stuff, and I'm not a very good artist, but I don't even remember what I was doing. I would draw some I don't want to say obscene, racy things.
Oh, is this like super? Are we talking super bad stuff here?
No. I was in like 8th grade.
Yeah.
I'd draw like this is a woman, but it would be like a stick figure with like circles. It wasn't anything elaborate. And I would like show it. I would like hold it up to like my friend, and they would laugh, right? This is harmless stuff, right? There's nothing. Don't go crazy here, John. There's nothing crazy. So I guess like word started spreading that I was doing this, but they would never catch. The teacher would never catch me, and she would try. The teacher was this big freaking woman, and she sucked. She was very mean. She was old. She was working at the Catholic school. Public school wouldn't hire her probably. I don't know.
Aye.
So one day they're like, all right, everyone take your notebooks and put them up here. So I was like, why? What is this about? So I did it. Everyone piled all their notebooks up. And then they were gone for like 2 days. And then they were like,
2 days?
they were like, okay, yeah, 2 days later, they're like, okay, the notebooks are back. You can take them. So everyone goes and gets their notebook. They find it. So no one had notebooks for 2 days because of this. Think about that. So no one could write anything for 2 days.
Yeah, that's.
So I go to get mine, and mine's not there. So I go, excuse me, my notebook's not here. Oh, yours is in the principal's office. You have to go get it. So, of course, I go down there. This freaking principal's... It's always so elaborate with these things, too. Every time I ever got in trouble with school, like, or even sometimes at work, They always go like so far beyond.
Yeah, it's like you don't need to talk with the CEO because there was a problem.
Right, so they always go so like it's just like power plays with people. Like, let's do this elaborate thing, so I feel like I'm doing. That's just stupidity. But so you go down there. She's got the notebook. She's got the pages open, like it's some kind of movie. Like you walk in, it's open on the desk, and you're sitting there ready. Like, oh, we prepare for this kid, this like 12-year-old kid to come in here, so I can really give it to him. And it's like, what is this? What are you doing? And like I said, it wasn't even really anything bad. It was like a woman, like I drew like a stick figure with like circled boobs. Maybe a guy with a gun shooting someone in the head or something. But it's all like
okay, that would get you a psychological evaluation.
It wasn't anything crazy, John. Okay. It wasn't any. It was like it was nothing more than you'd see on like any kind of cartoon or something. It was a comical thing.
Yeah.
Someone getting shot. It was like something. I think it was like someone getting shot in the balls or something.
So you're killing his children.
Or maybe his dick was a gun or something. I don't remember exactly what it was. It was something like that.
The more you talk about this, the more I can see why they took you to the principal's office.
Well, it's a little ridiculous. Come on. So she's like blah blah blah, and then she's yelling because it's the Catholic school, right? So that makes it worse. The public school, they wouldn't care about this, dude. They're more concerned with like the crystal meth being passed around in the hallway or whatever. Oh god, someone scribbled in their notebook. So it's like you gotta get this signed by the parents and brought it back and da 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 da. So I remember showing my parents, and they're pretty like conservative people. They're pretty on the straight and narrow and stuff, and they thought it was like ridiculous.
Crazy.
They looked at it like, well, huh?
My gosh, if you had been like, it's like you played hangman.
Well, it was a little more elaborate than that, but so I don't know. That was it. I mean, that was the whole thing, and then of course you like. The kid at that age, the kids are always. Then you come back from the principal's office, everyone's like, "Oh wow," it's like, "Oh my god, what happened?"
Oh,
I had a bunch of crazy stuff happen, man. Here's one for you. Again, like 7th or 8th grade. There's this I'm walking to recess, so everyone would get in lines. Huh?
Your first mistake.
Yeah. What the? That sounded like a person. Your chair sounded like an old man. Oh.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Okay, so here you go. So everyone would get in lines, the whole class, and it would be like by grade because this is the Catholic school. There's maybe 25 kids in each grade. So the whole grade would get in lines, and they would all the grades would be in lines, and they would all walk outside, and each class was led by the teacher. So for my grade, I was the last one in the line, of course, right? My luck. And behind me was the teacher from the other grade.
Uh-oh.
And she's, again, another big woman. There's always big women there. I don't know why. And she basically, like, I think, like, everyone, like, stopped short. So she basically, like, kicked me in the back of the foot. Right? I'm in front of her. Keep that in mind. So she kicked me in the back of the foot. So all I did was I turned back to see, like, what would happen. And then I just turned around and just kept going. So then she, like, grabs me, pulls me aside. How dare you? You didn't apologize. I go, apologize for what? You just kicked me. You tripped me. You tripped me and you didn't apologize and you just kept going. Right? So then you have to apologize, so I wouldn't do it. So then I got brought to the principal's office. And she asked what happened, and I was being a real pain in the ass about it. Because they were just like,
I can see why.
They were just like, all you have to do is apologize. I was like, no, I didn't do anything. I was in front of her. How could I trip someone behind me? How does that make sense? You can't trip someone behind you, right? Is it even physically possible to do that? He tripped me. So the principal's office is like, you have detentions. And then I had to sit in this room and not go to recess. And I didn't do anything wrong. To this day, I still didn't do anything wrong.
That's pretty awful. People on power trips, man.
Yeah.
It's garbage.
It's opening up. I have more. It's all coming out. It's all coming out.
Maybe we should do a school episode, man.
No, I have more. I have more to give, John. It's coming out. Kindergarten.
Oh, I got some stories at kindergarten.
All right, let me go first, and you could tell your story. How old are you in kindergarten? What age are you?
This many.
6, 5 or 6.
I was 6. Yeah, most people were 5.
So when I was at that age, the thing I loved to do was draw. Kind of how we just talked about as far as drawing. The guy's dick was a gun. I don't know, whatever it was. So the
His
thing I
name
loved
is
to
Richard Gunn.
I loved to look at comic books, and I would try to draw. I would draw scenarios, and I'd come up with my own stories and all kinds of things. And I was good at 6. I was good for a 6-year-old. I could do elaborate things. At home, I had all different crayons and paints, and I would do all kinds of great stuff. So I go to kindergarten, and the teacher's like, "Okay, this is what you're gonna do. Everyone gets a picture of an apple. It's basically an apple on paper. That's already, what do you call that? Coloring book? A coloring page."
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, I want you to color the apple red. That's it. Color the apple red is what she said. She didn't say anything else like, don't do anything else. She just said, you're supposed to color the apple red.
Okay.
So everyone does it, and they're all done in very quickly. But I'm still there, and I'm like, I was there. I was like, why is everyone getting up? And I basically colored the apple red. I started drawing all kinds of shit around the apple. I drew myself. I drew other kids in the class. I drew the damn teacher who turned out to be a complete ass. I was like, oh, she's going to love this. I'm drawing every student. I was looking at their face, doing the hair, the color of their hair. And then she comes over because I'm there after everyone's done. And once everyone's done, I started freaking out a little bit because I started rushing because I was doing this elaborate piece. I was like, oh my God, everyone's done. I gotta fit it, hurry up. I was getting mad because I was messing it up, what I wanted to do. Comes over, picks it up, starts yelling in my face, "Red! Just red! Just red!" Slamming it in front of all the kids. All the kids are like looking like. So, first of all, why did I have access to other colors if it was only red?
Yeah, seriously, right? Like, is it a trick? It's a trap.
I guess it was part
That's
of
entrapment.
I guess you had to identify red and then color is what it was supposed to be. But right there's the first taste of you're going to conform to what we want you to do.
Dude, you were stuck in an Ayn Rand novel.
Oh yeah? It's the first taste of this is designed to turn you into something. Not what you could be, what you want to be, what we would like you to be doing.
Red. Apples. Red.
Yeah, right.
Apples. Red.
Right.
Apples.
Only red. Because that's what we told you to do. So, I have a lot of stories. I'm not going to get to everything today, but there's a lot of stuff with school, man. Just things didn't work out, you know.
Yeah, dude, that school was full of jerks. They were mostly teachers.
Yeah. So there you go. What do you got? You have a story to tell about this, about kindergarten?
No, it was more of me being a jerk in kindergarten.
You were a jerk in kindergarten?
Oh, heck yeah, by accident, though.
What did you do?
Well, you know how you're a little kid and you don't realize that stuff hurts?
Okay, what do you mean?
Well, I found out you could pull chairs out when people are sitting down.
Who'd you do this to?
Other kids.
Like repeatedly?
A couple times, and the teacher's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I didn't think they'd get hurt. It was just funny. It's a joke. Ha 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 ha."
Was this like over a course of several days or like one day?
No, one day.
So one day every kid was going to sit down, you pulled it, were they getting hurt and stuff? Were they crying and
No one got super hurt, but I was just kind of confused. I'm like, hee 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 hee. Oh. Right.
most of the stories I remember from kindergarten, which is so weird.
Yeah, I mean, I remember that my aunt taught me how to tie my shoes, but she taught me wrong or something. So that when I was in kindergarten and I couldn't tie my shoe properly, the teacher had to like show me.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, we also had nap time. And people thought I was the best person at spinning the tire swing.
Spinning the bottle?
No, the tire swing. So I'd sit on the tire swing and other people would sit on the tire swing with me because I was really good at spinning it.
Hmm. That's the guy, Big John. They call you Big John at that point, or just...
No, not till middle
You
school.
were an OJ?
No, I was just John.
You were just John at that point? Like, that dude's awesome with the tire swing. Get him over here.
It was fun, man. I get the tire swing spinning, just like this. Then it also got to go.
This guy is pure lightning on that tire swing. Get him over here right now.
Also, I was the first kid who realized that when you're playing tag running around something, if you go in the opposite direction, then they run to you. Ha!
I said, were you good at the sports, like the schoolyard games, kickball,
No.
whatnot?
Though I did accidentally potentially scar some kid.
By pulling his
We
chair
were
out?
playing. We were playing tag by the giant wooden train, and I went to go tag him, and apparently I was closer than I thought, so I went to tag him, and he got pushed and hit his head on the wooden train.
Wow.
Totally an accident.
Did he have his scars?
I don't remember, and the dude left our school like within a couple years, so.
Was there like a real cool kid at your school when you were like junior high? This is like the coolest kid.
Yeah, there were some cool kids.
Were you like, man, I wish I could be like that guy? Or you were like one of the people that's like, I hate that guy?
No, there was one kid who I think was universally, or at least very well liked by almost everybody I knew.
He was
But
like,
I never knew the guy.
yeah.
Like,
All the
everyone
groups
just, like,
liked him.
There's like, this guy's really cool. He did sports. He was
He was
smartish.
Ferris Bueller. All the groups. No, he was the best.
He didn't. I guess, yeah. He didn't get in trouble. He knew everybody. He was a nice guy. He got decent grades.
Did you think I was a popular kid?
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Like, I think, dude,
were you like, well,
I
that guy's
barely
really
even
cool?
knew you until like you were like what, a junior or a sophomore?
No, I was a freshman when I came into.
You were yeah, but I didn't talk with you for like the entire year.
Really?
Yeah.
Were you afraid? You're like, well, this guy's badass. I'm gonna keep my
No,
space.
I just never spoke with you until Mark, like,
This guy's some
forgot, like, couldn't get a ride to school
Was
or
there rumors
something.
about me? Like the guy's, he's a former ex-con. He transferred in.
No,
Don't talk to him.
no rumors that I know of.
If you had the chance to go back, would you do it all again?
What, talk with you?
No. Would you, if you were like, I could put you back to when you were like 15, 16,
Oof.
would you take that? Do you think you could do a better job than you did?
I don't know. I liked where I ended up, honestly.
Yeah, you gotta feel that way. But you
You
know,
know,
if you
it-
went back,
that's-
there's so much like, when you're at that age, there's so much like, you have a lot more like fears and I think, or anxiety about, because
Yeah.
everything's kind of new, right?
Yeah.
But you know, if you went back now, you could be like, do like anything. Right? Be like, whatever. Right?
I don't know. You know what?
So that's how you got to kind of be, man. You can't, if you're at that age now, definitely don't be afraid to try things or anything, you know, because it's all going to end anyway.
You know what I
Even
would
if
do,
everyone
man?
hates, like, even if you do stuff, like, everyone hates you in the school. Like, they're all going to go away anyway. No one's going to remember anything about it.
Dude, you know what I would do?
What?
If I went back in time, I'd do everything the same, except I'd go up to my dad and say, invest in Apple. All of it.
Well,
Netflix is your friend. AOL is garbage.
Well, now you're turning this into a money-making scheme. I'm trying to have a humanity speech.
But that's just how I be. But it's true, man. Like, you think so much stuff is super important back then when it's
Yeah.
just, no, it's garbage and it doesn't matter.
It's not going to matter anymore. I mean, does anything that happened really matter now? Like, what are you, 10 years out? Maybe some of the people you met, you have like how many people do you even talk to from the school? 3? On a regular basis.
Chap.
On a regular
Lauren.
basis. It's not many. I talked to you, I talked to the Chapper, and I talked to Tone, a friend of the
That's
Tone.
pretty much it, yeah.
So out of the whole school, you talked to a couple people years later. So I like to say, if
Yeah.
you're at that age and you're afraid of like talking to some girl, you're afraid of trying some kind of sport or doing some sort of thing, whatever the hell it is, just do it, man. It's just not going to matter.
I don't know.
And if you don't want to do anything, so I didn't really want to do anything, so just don't. But
You just do what you want, man. I mean, that's your time that is your time to do what you want to do without many repercussions.
it's a
You don't
time,
realize how
it's
little
a time where you're allowed to
responsibility-
screw all things up, which is awesome.
You're supposed to, and I was so scared of everything.
You can't screw anything up now because now you got like the mortgage, whatever. You got the freaking car payments, whatever it is. You can't just be like, I'm taking this crazy ass chance, right?
No, you've got too much riding on it.
Because then
You can't
you'd be
just
like, oh,
skip
God.
off of work and go do something fun
Then
because then
you'll
your
be moving
entire
back in.
life is.
Because then you'll be moving back in with your parents at 35, right? Oh, I guess it's easy to say now, though. It's easy to say now, and you like look. Oh, you could do whatever you want to do.
Wait till I'm 50.
When
and I'll
you're
just be like,
when you're in the
yeah.
That's how you got to look at it, dude. Because you're only gonna get older, right? So
Yeah.
you got to think in 20 years, what am I gonna be saying about where I am now? So I better be doing what I'm supposed to be doing, or things I can do now, right? I guess it never really ends. It's magical. It's a magical time.
Yeah, and it's so hard to really, when you're in the situation, you can't look at it objectively. You don't know. You have no way of knowing. I mean, honestly, college is a similar thing. Like, college, it seems like it's going to last forever, though. It does. I mean, especially when you're doing projects and working and studying and doing essays and blah, blah, blah. It feels like it'll last forever.
Yeah.
It doesn't. Boom.
Just gotta appreciate it, whatever you're doing.
Yeah. Come.
Even if it's bad, like at least try to learn something.
Exactly.
So.
That's all you can do. That's life, man.
Yeah, I think as long as you're learning, you're getting something out of something. The things that are really bad is when you're getting nothing out of it and you're not learning anything. And you're just miserable.
Yeah.
Those are situations that you gotta get out.
I agree.
If you're getting,
I mean, you have to recognize when they're going nowhere.
which is a whole other skill set.
Mm-hmm.
Completely. Let's see here. Did we get this one? Okay. G Fox Fantasy. Hey, John. This isn't so much a comment, but I was wanting to call out to the Ramborgia to be part of that July 3rd thing I'm working on for the show. I'm asking any Ramborgia that wants to be involved in the video to record themselves doing something patriotic, but patriotic to the show. Show their Ramborgia pride. Any question, just tell them to contact me on Twitter. Have a great day, guys.
Wow,
Stay
okay,
ballsy.
folks.
I don't know his Twitter. Maybe it's JFox Fantasy on Twitter as well. He's working on some sort of a July 3rd project. Sounds cool.
Nice, I like it.
I'll have to contact him. He wrote this in March. So hopefully hopefully he's still doing that. Yeah. The Madhead Productions, rock, paper, or scissors? Go ahead, John.
Paper.
I pick scissors.
Of course.
What do I get?
Cookie.
On a Cage 007. Here's a very basic pasta sauce recipe. Because remember, this is also
Ooh.
comments, questions, and recipes. You're going to need oil, whatever kind you want, red pesto. Heat up your favorite frying pan and then add some oil and red pesto. The proportion should be about 1/4 for the oil and 3/4 for the red pesto. Mix them together. After a few minutes, voila. You have your basic pasta sauce. Tastes surprisingly pretty good.
Wait. So that's red pesto sauce?
Red pesto.
I thought pesto was green. What's red pesto?
It's a different type.
Well, yeah, but pesto is made from basil?
It could have some other ingredients.
Right, what are they?
It's a secret menu.
You're... Ah!
This is from Nazis versus Elephants. Hi, John and OJ. I have had I Can Believe I Can Fly song by R. Kelly stuck in my head for years. So I want to know if you guys have ever had a song stuck in your head for a long time. And if so, what song and for how long?
You just brought it back.
P.S. John, aren't you scared OJ might stab you in the back and become Hollywood OJ? Love your work, guys, and thank you for the hours of entertainment. You have a lot of problems with this. So maybe you could help him. What are you doing?
I just can't
Under
wait
the
to
sea?
be king stuck in my head.
You have a lot of problems with it. He'll constantly, I have this stuck in my head.
Oh, yeah, but the worst is that if I am sick with a fever and I get a song stuck in my head, it goes on for literally hours.
What if you put on another song? Doesn't matter?
I don't know. It just gets stuck in there. Like, I can't sleep very well with music going on.
They always say to cure that is just to put on other songs.
I've been told that Come On Eileen by Dexys Midnight Runners, not the Save Ferris version, is the best Trump song you can get.
So if you have the problem, you put that on, and it takes it away, but then you get that stuck?
It's better than most things, but like, seriously, like I remember when I had a fever, I had a song stuck in my head that wouldn't go away, kept repeating, but subtly changing little pieces inside it.
Is it always songs that exist, or are there like melodies that you're just like almost like a Mozart? You have these melodies in your mind, and then you have to get them out, but you can't.
I'll be honest, that has happened. I don't play any instrument well enough to get it out, but it has happened.
That's a gift.
It drives me crazy.
That's a gift.
It's not really, but the thing is, it's probably not original music. It's probably just a mishmash of other stuff I've already heard.
Yeah. It's weird, like when I try to oh shit, I spilled water. When I try to write stuff, whether it's like, scripts or like music or stuff, I have to like kind of not watch anything or listen to anything for like days. Because you need to kind of like
clear out?
cleanse the palate. You know?
Does that get you bored?
No, it's good.
Cool.
Because then you go into a mode where you're not watching stuff, you're making stuff, you know? You're not listening to music, you're making music, you know?
So it just makes you more creative.
I don't know if it makes you more creative, but it definitely helps. Because then if you're so like on top of some kind of thing, let's say you're watching like The Walking Dead like every day, right? And then it's like, okay, now write a script. Like, what do you think that's going to kind of is it just going to kind of come into it?
There's zombies and people backstabbing people,
just because,
and dead people.
Not because you don't have other ideas or you're not good, or it's just because you're like so immersed in some other kind of thing that's just kind of like coming out. So you kind of you have to kind of clear your head, and maybe that's for me. Maybe other people are better than me. They can do that. I don't know. There you go. Next one. We're going to the next page. Wow, this is a question here. Sarah Fix asks, I feel like this question may have been asked before, but let's do it anyway. How did you first discover how to masturbate, and at roughly what age? Did you just watch porn? Did you experiment or use logic until you got it right? What was going on? When the deed happened, did you freak out? Walk us through the entire process. This is vital information the entire Rainbow should know. Well, I told the story about how I was in Catholic school, and they had the videos where they would be like, "Do not masturbate. It is not, part of God's plan. It is, don't ever do this." But they never explained what it was, or what that meant. Yes, go ahead.
So the plan is for a lot more laundry to be done than is necessary?
What?
Never mind.
What did you say?
So the plan is for a lot more laundry to be done than is necessary?
Why you say that? Because it comes out anyway?
Maybe. Yes.
Okay, I see. Well, anyway, so I was like, I don't know what this is. How could they be telling you not to do something and not explaining what the hell it is? What is this? And then there was points where like you would like I explained it, like how all of a sudden like you get these like you would see something or whatever, and you would get erect. Okay, this was a scientific term at a young age, like 10, whatever, because you're going through puberty, right? And then you were like, oh my God, am I doing it? Is that what that is? Am I masturbating now? I can't believe how could I be doing this? I'm not supposed to do that.
I'm going to burn.
So I think it was like I don't remember exactly when it happened, anything, but you kind of just figure it out. I'm sure some people maybe tell each other, or like they probably watch something, but it wasn't really the case. I just kind of figured out, like, oh, this, huh? And then I was able to make things happen. Because it's natural, and it's just kind of like, it just kind of makes sense, right? It's just skin friction, and I mean, it doesn't take a lot. And then
if there's too much friction, you're doing it wrong.
And then what happens is I was just like, oh, okay. And then of course there's all like, after you figure it out, you're like, well, you test the limits of it. How many times can you do this in a row? right after? Is that, and you kind of figure, like, what is this all about? You know? I don't remember, grave details. I would give them if I could. It's an interesting time. But I think it is a natural thing. I don't know why people would even get to the point where they're like, you should, it's wrong to do. Because it's your body, and like I said, you're touching your own body, and you have the right to do so. Do you have anything to add on this? Or you're done. Are you even there?
I'm pretending to be frozen so I don't have to talk.
Well, you don't have to say anything. Are you done with the
We're done.
You have nothing to say.
Nope.
You don't have. Did you figure it out yet, or do you want? Should we explain?
I figured what out yet?
Do you know what it is?
Oh yes.
Have you seen Did you watch the videos I did, and you didn't know? Do you want me to explain it?
No, you don't need to explain anything.
Let me just ask you this: Is there any kind of craziness to your story, or your origin tale?
Not really.
Or is it just normal? Or is it just basic stuff you don't want to talk about?
Basic stuff.
Are you just saying that because you don't want me to try to pry it out of you, or are you just? I'm not going to ask you.
No, there's really nothing exciting.
I just want to know if there is some kind of crazy thing. Someone walked in. You did it in a public place.
Nope.
It happened the first time accidentally at a girl's home. Is there anything like that?
Nope.
Okay, I'll leave you alone. You better be telling the truth.
I am.
Didn't we answer this last week?
I don't know what this is.
Hi, John, from On a Cage 007. I don't know if this has been asked before. How did you meet Howard?
We've answered this one before, I think.
Yeah, I think we did it last time. So I wonder if somehow this got mixed up.
I do know that Ramboholic said he had a question. That's serious.
In the chat?
Yeah.
Is it in the comments?
I don't know, but he says, take questions from us. I have a serious question.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, Ramboholic.
But he's not going to hear you for like a minute because it's so delayed.
What is your question? I will stall while you read really slowly and hear my words. Type as fast as you can. But, yeah.
Burn up your line, John.
Well, if he's... I'm not lying. He said he had something.
No, I'm saying about the other thing.
I'm not lying, John.
I just wish there was some kind of story.
There's no real exciting story, no.
I wish there was. That's all I'm saying.
Well, what's an exciting story? Like, I was paragliding one day, and I noticed a strange feeling in my suit. I looked down, and there was a protuberance where I did not expect to see one.
Can you give us an age?
Well, naturally, while paragliding, I decided that I would poke it. And I continued to poke it.
The Ramboholic, he says.
And then a seagull below had a very
He's ready,
unfortunate...
John. Stop. We don't want to hear your disgusting masturbation story. No one asked you repeatedly to hear it. The Ramboholic, he says, a few years ago I had the best year of my life. After it, everything seems dull and boring. How do you go back to your old self? You can't.
That's the thing. That's life. You grow.
Your old self is no more. It's in the past. You cannot go back to the past. When OJ had a strange occurrence, masturbating for the first time they won't tell us about. It's over. So what you must do now, sir, you must look to the future. Everything looks dull and boring to you. There's got to be something deep inside your heart and your mind and your soul that you want from this world, that you want to give someone else, or perhaps something you desire for yourself, for your family, those around you, somewhere you would like to see yourself, something you would like to be doing. There has to be, my friend. It may be hard to kind of see what that is now. And sometimes it's not so easy as sitting down, people just think about it. Sometimes you can't do that. Sometimes it has to come to you. So you got to kind of keep moving through life. And you'll find something, you'll find someone, you'll find anything that's going to make you feel a certain way. And you go, that's it. That's the magic ticket. That's what I'm trying to go for. It might take a while to get to that point. But you have to be willing to go and find that and patient. Be patient with it. We'll find you. Anything to add on this, John?
I mean, John's right. I mean, you can look back at what you've done and think about how much you enjoyed it and how great it was. But if you liked where you were then and you don't like where you are now, what John said, that's it. You have to think about, well, what do you want to do? What do you think would be fun? What can you do now that might make you happy? What will make you happy? Figure it out and go for it. Even if it's just a simple plan, like as simple as, man, I wish I could play Frisbee. That would be fun. Find a way to play Frisbee. I don't know. I mean, that's a stupid example, but you can't dwell on what was. You can reminisce and think of how cool it is. And if you don't like the present, then that's perfect, because that means that you can change it. If it's better, I don't know. You think it's better to dislike the present or dislike the past? Because the past has already happened. You can't do anything about it. The present you can fix. The present you can change.
That's right. Yeah, it doesn't matter, I guess, what the past was.
I mean, you could try and think, well, what did I do that made me happy then? Or what was it about that? Maybe it was I did something X for the first time. That was really cool. And I don't like whatever. Not X as in like ecstasy. I mean X as in like a variable or something.
It's kind of hard to, as you get older, though, as I see now, like, because, yeah, when you're at a certain age and the whole you can kind of feel the whole world in front of you and you can see the potential and you have, like, maybe you do have visions of plans and dreams of what you want to do. But then you get to a point where it's like, well, maybe this isn't going to happen. And then you kind of freak out, and then, well, I'm not going to ever be anything, or. But it's just every moment that you have is an opportunity to build towards something else. Mm-hmm. And it's not over till it's over.
Unless you're the Bruins trying to get through the playoffs.
Yeah, they'll be back next year.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Don't give up, my friend. It's not easy.
A wise man once said, never give up, never surrender. Another wise man said, by Grabthar's hammer you will be avenged. Just keep on trucking.
I will not stop. I will not quit. For I am Hole Punch. And I punch holes. All right, my friends, we're going to wrap it up. It's a fun show today. A lot of different stuff going on. I got something I'm trying to put together for next week. We'll see if it happens or not. I don't want to talk it up too much.
Spoiler alert.
No, it's not. I don't know if it's going to happen. I'm trying to get a certain individual to come on and see if that happens or not. I'm not sure. People are busy and stuff. But we'll be here regardless of what it is. Have another fun one for you.
Mm-hmm.
Let us know what you think if you stop by on the YouTube channel. If you're watching this on YouTube, please post a comment. Say whatever you think about today's episode, whether you liked it, you hated it. You think we're sexy, you think we're disgusting, and vile people.
Don't forget to tweet at us, too.
Tweet at OJ. OJ wants to talk to you.
I would love to hear whether people care about the plot of Shin Monogatari no Densetsu or not, because otherwise I can just talk about the gameplay. No one really cares.
Oh, I care.
About the plot, I mean.
We'll keep doing it. We're going to do it next week, maybe 2 weeks?
I should have a little extra time to play, actually. I'm on my own this week.
OJ's on his own this week. Solo J. It's cool, man. We got a big filming day on Sunday. Actually, on Saturday, I want to point this out. I'll be at the Pro Wrestling Show in New York City. I'll be at the Ring of Honor New Japan Pro Wrestling Show on Saturday night at the Hammerstein Ballroom if you're stopping in.
Ooh, that should be fun.
And then I'm probably going to get home like 2 a.m. and then I get up early to go filming in Stamford. Maybe we'll go to Lucky's. If you guys want to stop by Lucky's, we're usually there Sunday nights.
It's usually where you'll find us.
And then we're back with the show, man. So that's going to do it. Johnny boy, take us out, sir.
Ladies, gentlemen, robots and droids, you have been listening to John Rambo Presents The Show, the best in free and optional entertainment. For Rambo, for OJ, who's me, for all of the Ramborgia, this is OJ. wishing you all a great and wonderful night. Stay ballsy. Spread the disease.
Mozzarella! Mozzarella!